guys, and we love giving out jackpots throughout the entire week, but we also love to highlight the jackpots that go out over the weekend, and we definitely had a great list of jackpots this weekend.
That's right, and starting Friday off right, we had T-Bone over at
Hey guys, and we are here for a little bit of happy hour bingo. We got 40 seconds to get enrolled in this very first game of Lucky 4 Bingo, and we'll be streaming live to you guys on the Pilot TV, Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/Pilot TV, YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name is MegaSota on both YouTube Live and Twitch.
That's right, but of course, we have been sending out a lot of brand new Pilot TVs to a lot of new locations, and those places include the Stadium Bar, Southbrook, Billy D's, Rendezvous, Fiesta Cancun, Rush City, Split Rocks Restaurant and Bowling, Holiday Inn 2, the Ranch Family Restaurant 2, Old Northrop Bar, Sherburne Muni Liquor Store 2, Bleachers Sports Bar and Grill, Moose Lodge Albert Lee, and the Poor House of Clark's. All getting some brand new Pilot TVs, so some congrats to you guys and a huge shout out. But we got the mega jackpot within reach. Oh, yeah. For me and JJ and Brian.
Still in line. Oh, not quite able to do it. It's been a while since I've seen it 2 balls away, though. In line to take home that mega. We are in line to take home the major.
Oh,
but we have a really good shot at this mini jackpot. Oswald, we'll see if they can do it. We got one more to go. See if Oswald can. And Oswald cannot. $4 on that must-go prize. Me and JJ as well as Oswald are both 1 ball away. But we've had a really great Wednesday full of bingo. But how has your Wednesday been?
It's been pretty good.
I've had a pretty good day. I woke up pretty early this morning, watched the superhero show I've been watching, Smallville.
Oh, nice.
Yes,
nice.
It's been entertaining. I mean, it's quite obviously like 2003 graphics and CGI and stuff like that. And so it's at points you just gotta laugh at it.
Yeah.
But it's entertaining and I enjoy it. And so I've been watching it as like my turn off my mind and just like relax show.
Yeah. No, I can definitely I can understand that one. I think mine for a little bit was Adventure Time because it was just little 10-minute episodes.
It's so easy
it was
to just turn
all
it off.
over the place because most of the time you don't really have to pay attention because you don't know what's happening anyways.
Yes.
But we do have Nana 8 over at Flamers taking away the must go, and we got 8, 13, 69, and 74 for the 4 lucky numbers, making 8 and 13 our 2 lucky games for tonight.
Yeah, but you're talking about your turn off your mind show.
That's right.
Adventure Time.
Yeah, no, Adventure Time's awesome.
Yeah, I'm a fan of those like animated shows to just be able to turn off your mind and not have to worry about anything that's going on. Yeah, I definitely feel that.
Oh,
but then came into work, had a good Twins broadcast. Was not able to give out the jackpot though, so sad. But that means that jackpot's growing and rolling to tomorrow. But speaking of jackpots, we've given up 21 jackpots over the last 7 days, 196 jackpots during this season 12, and 3 of them came just yesterday.
Awesome stuff. Starting off those jackpots yesterday, it was Linda over at Dave's Town Club, winning over $654. Nice job to Linda.
That made me think of another one of my mind turn-off shows, Bob's Burgers.
Yeah, Bob. The movie was pretty good.
I love the movie. I love their soundtracks in it, and so when they really dove in, they just like went
this musical.
They just leaned right into it.
Yeah.
I was so happy.
I thought it was awesome, to be honest. I remember I was watching it with my girlfriend and her sister, and they didn't really like this musical too much.
Really?
Yeah, no, they were just like, why is the song still going? Because they were pretty drawn out.
And you're like in the corner, you're like.
For real, I'm like, oh, dang, okay.
Doing
like Bob
Carlton.
Belcher just going insane, and I'm just like, I'm messing with this. I don't know what you guys are doing.
Hey, I'm all for musicals. So right. I say all the time that I wish my life was a musical and I could just sing.
I feel like I like musicals that are like done like really like in a creative way, like Bob's Burgers was. You know what I mean? You didn't expect it to be a musical, and then all of a sudden everybody's just breaking out like it's High School Musical.
Exactly. It's great.
Yeah,
it's
like,
great. Almost in a comedic sense.
Yes, and that's also why I kind of respect High School Musical now too, because it's like, okay, all of a sudden like someone's getting bullied in the cafeteria, and then they're dancing on the tables, throwing food at each other like in a choreographed way. It's awesome.
That just made me think. I just watched. I think maybe yesterday or 2 days ago, I watched watched Camp Rock 2.
Oh,
And the choreography and everything in that is hilarious.
It's insane.
It's so funny.
No, it's insane.
It is so funny.
Yeah. No, I feel like all Disney shows are just like that, to be honest. It's just that you don't realize how bad the acting is until, like, you're just like, wow, that looks like the choreographer standing in front of them, like, okay, do this, now do this. And it's just like, oh, wow. It's like these are 13-year-olds acting right now.
It was so funny. It absolutely cracked me up. But good job, Linda, getting that jackpot. But we also had a jackpot go out to Tommy over at McHugh's Grill and Bar, which I thought went out during the happy hour, but actually went out during the just little 40 minutes in between happy hour and
so it was the large frame.
Yes, it was the large frame jackpot and Skull Bingo, $15,660 that went out. But don't worry, we still have a great prize in this one, $36,000 still available, and the coverall jackpot's at like $35,000. So it should be some fun stuff in these games of Skull Bingo. But good job to Tommy taking home the large frame yesterday.
Oh, 100%. But ending off the night on a good note, it was Big Fine over the Foundry Pub, taking away $771. Nice job to you, Big Fine, and of course to Tommy and Linda, all of them ending up jackpot winners by the end of the night.
Oh yeah, but if you guys want to come out tomorrow and win some jackpots that have never been seen before, try out the newest eTab game that will be hitting your iPads tomorrow, Stinkin' Rich. It's super fun. It's got the I'm forgetting what the bonus round's called. It's like the Key Rich bonus round or something like that, and it looks really fun. You can win a lot of prizes. The art on it almost looks like a comic strip type art style. It's really cool.
Yeah, no, I honestly, I'm a big fan of comic art styles. I think they're really creative, but definitely check that one out. It's a lot of fun, and of course, let us know what you think too, because we love hearing your guys' opinions on our games. But we got a winner, and it's big-time player brother Nate over at Carboni's Pizza taking away the line prize right off the bat. I almost said Nat. But nice job to you, brother Nate.
Yeah, now we're working on that $1,131 large frame prize. We got to give it out in 43 balls or less.
We had a sighting. A man-bear-pig sighting. He's out there.
Man-bear-pig. Yeah, me and Jordy had a really long conversation about it, not even thinking about South Park whatsoever.
Yep.
And then she said South Park, and I was like, that's 100% where man-bear-pig is from.
That's hilarious. She was telling me about that, and then I told her on the broadcast, and she's like, oh. And I was like, I didn't even know
And her, who's never watched very many episodes of South Park, she doesn't know.
It was hilarious.
I should have known. I feel bad.
Oh, no, it's funny because it's just such a random reference to a random episode where he doesn't really come up that much.
Exactly. And I could have watched it and not even realized that I did.
No, that's hilarious.
I actually remember that I did. I just don't.
Just didn't even strike a note. Just oh, man, that's
I was
funny.
like, I wonder what order it comes in.
Because I definitely get that because one of my first thoughts reading that is kind of just cheesy sci-fi movies like Sharktopus and Sharknado.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Barbarella or Barbzilla.
Barbzilla.
Is that the Jane Fonda?
Dude.
That's the Jane Fonda movie.
Jane Fonda was in that?
Yeah. Look it up. It's like her biggest work she's ever been in, outside of her workout tapes.
Jane Fonda movies.
Barbarella.
What?
Yes, Barbarella.
What is this? I didn't even know what this is.
We do have a large frame winner with Sig over at Eagles Rochester, taking home $22 on this one. Now working on that $33 Musco coverall prize.
Looks like Starship Troopers, but not. Why is there an angel?
I don't know. I haven't seen it. I want to watch it, though. I really want to watch it.
It's so weird. It's funny, but before we go further, we do have Sig over at Eagles Rochester and Tesla over at Boudreaux's Bar 2. Both of them taking away some prizes. And, of course, brother Nate as well winning on this game. Nice job to all of you guys on this game number 2 of the broadcast.
Yeah, now getting rolled into game number 2 of Skull Bingo.
That's right.
Should be some fun stuff as all those jackpots are continuing to grow and roll into this next one.
100%. But I actually watched a sci-fi movie recently that was really corny, but in a great way.
Okay.
It kind of felt like sci-fi Princess Bride, but it didn't it took itself seriously.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
And it was called Kroll.
Kroll.
Yeah, and it was
Never
such
heard of
a
it.
weird movie. It had such a high production value.
Really?
Like the
Like for
amount.
its time?
Yeah, Liam Neeson was in it. By the way.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's a big time
Yeah,
actor.
And but it was so.
Is it really young
it wa-
Liam Neeson?
yeah, it was really long. It was actually one of his like debut roles, I think.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was really funny because I was watching this movie and I love sci-fi, so I was super into it. But like, and it was so bad in a great way. And I don't even know how to explain it.
I
It was
love
such a
movies
funny
that are
movie.
bad in a great
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
There's a lot of them. That's how I kind of feel about Smallville right now.
Because like the I was looking at this, was like, wow, this is like millions of dollars put into this, and then the actors were just like the worst actors ever.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, this is terrible. Oh my gosh, it was insane. I was watching it with Reagan, and she fell asleep halfway through the movie.
That's super funny.
Yeah.
Well, definitely some fun stuff there. And you guys can find some fun Pilot game stuff on our Facebook page. All you got to do is search up Pilot Games, and you'll see our logo. Click on that, and you'll see weekly bingo schedules, event details, and reminders, player picks, and so much more. You can also click our website link on there, which is our link tree. It has links to bar locations, our bar locations, other socials, and so much more. So definitely check out those great options on our Facebook page.
100%, a lot of good stuff to find on there. But of course, Twins Bingo is what we always start our day off with here at Pilot Games. You can play the 25-cent cards of Twins Bingo every day from 12 to 1 p.m. And during that time, you can get a jackpot worth over $13,000 coming to you guys tomorrow. It's going to be some insane stuff. Definitely get in there because that jackpot is always available at 52 balls or less to win. With 10 chances every day, I mean, that is definitely not something you want to let slip up.
Oh, yeah, that's for sure. And plus, you can just enjoy a nice sandwich on your lunch break.
100%.
After that, you get into our Jackpot Hunter 25-cent edition that runs from 1 all the way till 4 o'clock. There's a mega, major, and minor prize on the line, where the minor prize goes out quite a few times during that 1 to 4. As every $50, it clicks up 4 balls. So it starts at 52. At $150, clicks up to the max ball count, 64 balls or less. The money will keep on growing, but you got to win it in 64 balls or less, which is a breeze.
That's right, but we do have a winner coming in. It is Bowl over at Corner Bar in Goodhue, taking away the line. Nice job to you, Bowl. $16 going straight to your pocket.
I think it's Minute Bowl.
Minute Bowl. I think it is. It's
Or
right.
is it Bowl Bowl?
Maybe it's just the Bowl family.
Maybe that might be the whole Bowl family.
Yeah.
That's what I like to think, because I just imagine every celebrity that name pops up is actually playing Pilot
That's right.
games.
Just like 37 feet of combined height between two people.
I wonder what would be like if they all stood on each other's like shoulders, like, and they physically could do that.
Yeah.
How tall does that actually lead up to in that
like,
Bowl family?
If there's like 5 people, then you're getting like up to 40 feet.
Yeah,
know what I mean?
exactly.
Like,
You're
that's
getting to like full
crazy.
buildings.
Yeah, like that's
like 3-story building type heights.
Yeah, like because like each person is basically the height of a floor.
Yeah, exactly.
That's ridiculous. I mean, that's insane.
That's funny. Good job, Bull, getting the win. Still working on that $1,000 large frame prize. But we were just about to start talking about our happy hour bingo.
Yes, that's right. And we play it right now every day from 4 to 6 p.m. We always got 2 games of Lucky 4 bingo to throw at you guys. Always a lot of fun with those ones. On that game, though, you can get a chance of over $31,000. And since we weren't able to give out any of the jackpots on the first game today, all of those jackpots will be transferring over to the second game right at 6 p.m. So definitely be sure to show up for that one, too.
Yeah, we do have a winner, though, as Nana 8 over at Flamers is taking home $25. We did click over to a $38 must-go coverall prize as we got some big-time players 2 balls away. We'll see who can get the win. But after our happy hour bingo, if any of these Skull bingo prizes end up growing and they don't go out during happy hour, you guys can have some more opportunities from 6 all the way till 7 and from 9 all the way till 10 tonight. But before I get into more of what's happening tonight, we do have a winner.
That's right. It is none other than the legendary Man Bear Pig over at Carboni's Pizza, taking away that large coverall prize. Nice job to Man Bear Pig. Al Gore was right.
Yes. That's funny. But I was talking about tonight as we got Skull Bingo 6 to 7 and 9 to 10. But in between those games of Skull Bingo, you got a little bit of TwinsWinsDay action where me and Will are going to be back in the Twins studio trying to give out some great PGL points, prizes, as well as our grand finale, which got switched up to Wipeout Blackout.
Ooh.
And if you guys haven't tried it out, it's a lot like Skull Bingo. So if you're a fan of that, come out tonight for a little TwinsWinsDay action.
100%. Definitely come on out. We got a lot of awesome stuff going on tonight. But every other Tuesday, it is actually the biggest gaming night of the week because it's MegaSota game night. Starts at 6:40 like it does every single Tuesday. Always a lot of great PGL games during this time, so definitely come on out. But at the end of the night, we have a grand finale of the Jackpot Jungle game. It's the $1 edition this time around. And on the coverall jackpot, and 54 balls are left to win, you could get over $32,000 before anybody even starts enrolling into the game. So once people start piling in, it will end up looking a little bit bigger than that.
Yeah, it's super fun. Make sure you come out for both those great specialty nights. MegaSota game night should be Tony and Nikki back this upcoming week, as I've been on the last 2 weeks, and I wasn't able to give out the Jackpot Jungle coverall, which was super disappointing.
Yeah.
But I guess Tony and Nikki, they got the lucky touch, and they can hand out that great jackpot. So come out next Tuesday. We do just have 25 seconds till we get enrolled into this next game of Skull Bingo. We got $35,157 on that coverall jackpot, and we got some national days to talk about.
That's right. Starting it off is definitely a pretty nice one. It's National Eat Outside Day. Friends, fresh air, and good food are the focus of National Eat Outside Day every year on this day, August 31st. Whether at home, a park, a favorite restaurant, or a food truck, or the beach, food just tastes better when we eat it under the open sky.
Yeah, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of eating outside.
Yeah, no, I agree.
What's your favorite form of the options that they just put out there, like eating out in your front yard, a park, restaurant, outdoor seating, food trucks, or beach? What is your choice?
I think my favorite way to eat outside is probably at a park, like on a park like table. I think that's probably my favorite way because like restaurants typically, like I feel like for some reason it's always windy out there.
Yes.
Like food trucks, always a lot of people around. It's just kind of crappy seating too.
Yeah,
usually.
that's usually the one case. But food trucks, you can get really good food.
Oh, you can get great food. Yeah, 100%. But like if I'm just kind of thinking of like location only, I already have the food.
Okay.
Then like I'm probably going park.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite. Your beach is great, but it's just the fact that you get sandy hands and everything like that, and so that's always a bad mixture with
and like
eating.
Birds like bomb diving your like food, trying to steal it.
Yeah, you're just trying to enjoy your Cheetos, and the birds just keep on stealing them.
Exactly. But we do have a winner. It is D.L. Bowman over at American Legion Forest Lake taking away the line prize. Nice job to you, D.L. Bowman. But yeah, eat outside. Where's your favorite spot?
Oof, I mean, I earlier in the day I said food trucks just because I love the food from food trucks a lot. Then I thought about it a little bit and I was like, maybe it's a park. I just like a little picnic at the park, and that's where I enjoy it. But I'm actually gonna go with just in the backyard, doing a nice little grill out, eating some hamburgers out on your back patio. And it's just relaxing. You don't got to worry about anybody else around. That's got to be the best one for me.
Yeah, no, I like that too.
See, I've also just never had a back patio, so like that's kind of like where like I haven't experienced it fully yet. I've done it on my family's back patio, and like with all my siblings around. But once it's just like me,
once it's yours, it's a little different. I feel like,
exactly. So that's the way I want it. That's gonna be my favorite. We do have Bobo over at the Corner Bar in Goodhue taking home that $24 large frame prize as we clicked past that coverall to a $36 must-go prize with just me one ball away.
Awesome stuff. Nice job to you guys winning so far. But, of course, National Day, National Eat Outside Day. It's a good one to celebrate. Maybe go eat outside wherever you guys are. It's pretty nice here right now.
Yeah.
I imagine it's probably also nice.
I wish
in
I could have.
Minnesota.
I would have went outside and ate some food.
Yeah,
we do have our cover-all winner. We got Man Bear Pig over at Carboni's Pizza Sports Bar. Carboni's Pizza Bar and Grill, Lakeville, taking home $36. Good job to all the winners in this game of Skull Bingo. We're about to get enrolled into our next game of Skull Bingo, and those jackpots jackpot should be growing and rolling into this next game as well. But National Eat Outside Day. Now, where is the funkiest place you have eaten outside?
I don't know. That's kind of a hard one. I guess I never really thought about it. Probably like the weirdest place I've ever ate outside.
Yeah, because like, there's those people that you see pictures from like the 70s and they're like eating on skyscraper beams and stuff like
yeah,
that.
type of
Like
thing.
that's crazy to me to think about. There's obviously other crazy stuff. Yours isn't going to be as crazy as sitting on a skyscraper and eating your lunch, but there's usually some funny
Probably
ones.
just like sneaking my food in class and that sort of thing.
In class,
like,
that's the craziest.
Probably craziest. I can't think of any other like hanging upside down over a shark laser tank. Like just normal Sunday.
Normal Sunday. I mean, I've eaten at like a top of a mountain. Like that's
that
a
would be
place.
pretty cool.
I've done that.
Yeah.
I mean, but it was more of like a granola bar while I was like a little kid and I was hungry.
Yeah, exactly.
Because my parents made me hike and I was like, feed me before I start crying the entire way back.
100%. Yeah, I mean, like my classroom thing, at the time it felt more like a Mission Impossible heist.
Oh, yeah.
While I was like, it's like, got the ramen bag, like crushed it up somehow. That's so funny.
Yeah, it's like you stick it in the sweatshirt pocket and you just lean back into it on your seat because it's hung on your seat and you just grab the tater tot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, Napoleon Dynamite it.
Yeah, exactly. just like that. I'm trying to think of if there's anything. I used to sneak like honey buns into my classrooms all the time.
I only ever had like one honey bun before, and like there was so much build up to eating that honey bun as a kid. So whereas like I always saw honey buns and I was like, man, those things look so good. But my mom just never got them.
Have you ever had an iced honey bun?
Yeah.
Iced honey buns are peak. I mean, as a kid, I absolutely love those.
It's almost just like a cinnamon roll donut.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like
it's exactly what it is.
Yeah, exactly. And it's pretty good. Like it's definitely just like I think now I just look at it and I'm like, wow, that's a ton of sugar.
Oh,
but like
for
back
sure.
then, like I could like drink a whole bottle of honey. You
Yeah,
know what I
my
mean?
mom, for my birthday one year, I came into school and my entire locker was full of Nutter Butters and honey buns.
Yeah.
And it was the best birthday I've ever had because
That is
all I
awesome.
did after every single class was go in and grab myself
Ooh,
one.
hey, we just handed out a jackpot to Stingray over at End Zone, catching one in the end zone. Nice job to Stingray. $630 going straight to your pocket. Awesome stuff. Love to see it. But yeah, no, sugar just isn't the same anymore, man.
No.
Because I look at it, I'm like, wow, that's 57 grams of sugar.
I can't
That's
eat it.
57 sugar cubes right in there.
Yeah.
I'm like because I envision it. I know what a gram of sugar looks like.
Yeah.
So it's just like 57 of those. Like I can't do it.
Can't handle
Yeah,
it. No, I definitely get that one. Well, happy National Eat Outside Day. Definitely a great day to eat wherever you'd like. Next up is a little bit more serious day. It's International Overdose Awareness Day. International Overdose Awareness Day on August 31st focuses on reducing the number of deaths caused by overdose and erasing the stigma associated with it. Yeah, there's lots of reasons on why it happens, and there's a lot of reasons to support those people that go through these kinds of things. And so today is the day to spread awareness about this.
Yeah, and I think it's a good day to look into and stuff, especially considering that we've made such awesome progress in the past so many years with this issue. So it's really good to see at least it is getting better over time, and we're starting to kind of heal a little bit from it.
Yeah, that's what we like to see. So definitely some great stuff. We got $28 on that must-go large frame prize. We'll see if we can give it out to one of these great players 3 balls away. We still got that $35,000 jackpot, but it's probably going to have to go out as a double win right here, and it's not going to happen. We're moving on to a must-go prize on the coverall to $42. But we do have some more national days to get into.
That's right. And since it is a Wednesday, we do have a National State Day to get into, and today's state is National South Carolina Day. This day recognizes the Palmetto State and her unique landscapes, bold personalities, and long history. But before we get into that history, we do have a couple winners on the large frame and the coverall. Large frame winner is Nana 8 over at Flamers, taking away that $28 prize. And then Stingray making it a double win over at End Zone, taking away $42 on the coverall. And of course, that $630 jackpot on the line prize. Nice job to you, Stingray, and of course, Nana 8 as well.
Oh, yeah, definitely some great stuff. Hopefully we can give out those jackpots when we get into this game. That coverall still being a little elusive to us. But we do have some weird laws that are in South Carolina. Now, a lot of these you can find in the books. They don't enforce them at all, but it's always interesting to find out which one of what they have in the books as laws.
Oh, 100%. Now, there's some weird ones, but apparently it's an offense to get a tattoo.
Really?
So
yeah. Despite the fact that tattoos are now legal in the state of South Carolina, this law is still on the books.
Okay, interesting. So apparently maybe it's like one of those things where it's like stricken from like, okay, you can't really use this as an actual law right now. But
Yeah.
if maybe something was repealed, then that would become an act of law or something, which would be insane.
Just
imagine
no more.
like somebody's looking at some legislation being like, oh, like we should probably get rid of this. This is kind of dated, and not really reading through all of it. And then it's like all of a sudden tattoos are illegal now.
Just hundreds of people in South Carolina getting arrested.
Exactly. Just like all across the street, you just see everybody with one tattoo. Like, it's just a little bird for my cousin who was just born.
Yeah,
You know, and
exactly.
it's just like, no, get on the ground.
It's my daughter's footprint.
Yes, like, please, sir.
That's so
Oh my
funny.
gosh,
Okay,
yeah.
here's another one. Horses may not be kept in bathtubs. Now, I think this is a smart idea, but how did it become a law?
I don't
That is
know.
the question. Like, what happened where they were like, we need to tell people that you can't store your horse in the bathtub?
Maybe whatchamacallit, like somebody was staying at a hotel and they were like using the hotel room, and then all of a sudden they like just wreck the bathtub as they wash their horse in it. And then the hotel's like, this is like, come on, like, this is ridiculous. It's like they can't allow horses in bathtubs.
See, what I pictured was like them bringing their horse into like their apartment
Yeah.
bathroom, and like the bathroom just like breaking underneath and going into
Oh.
the next person's bathroom,
Yeah.
and it being like, yeah, you can't do that.
No.
You can't bring your horse into the bathroom.
Exactly.
But your reason makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
It being like, oh, you can't just make this a complete mess.
Exactly. Like, why are you putting a horse in my bathtub? But of course, we got some more weird laws happening in South Carolina, and it's more horse-related things. Railroad companies may be held liable for scaring horses. Wow. Okay. So, I don't know how they'd be able to stop doing that.
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know how that's their fault.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like it's a loud thing. Loud things happen in nature. Like,
Yeah. If you drive by a horse farm and you scare the horses, does that count as well?
Yes.
We do have a line prize going out to Scott K over at Municipal Liquor Store, Palisade, taking home $9. Now we're working on that $1,357 large frame prize. Next one is a permit must be obtained to fire a missile. I mean, I don't think that's a weird law whatsoever.
October Sky, Jake Gyllenhaal.
He's just so upset.
Yeah, he's like, no! It's like, my future is ruined.
And that's how we got Footloose.
That's right. That's right. You know what? The horse thing is kind of confusing me right now because, like, horses are always scared.
Yeah.
They're prey animals.
Yeah, they're
like,
so
they're
scared.
literally always scared all the time.
Yeah.
So it's like, who's one to say is like, oh, they got more scared because of this rail track.
Maybe it's if you like toot your
Like,
horn.
yeah, tooting on the
near
horn
it.
too much.
Yeah.
I guess maybe like one dude had a problem. Like, this dude's just laying on the horn every time he passes my farm.
Yes,
It's like,
exactly.
tell him to stop.
Yeah, that's what I would guess is the reasoning why.
real.
Not just like these horses are just
He's
like,
a little bit more scared than normal today. It's like, I noticed.
look at him, he's shaking.
Yeah,
He's shaking.
It's like, Roger, this horse is 80 years old.
It's a horse.
It's like, come on, dude. It's on its last legs, literally.
That's funny.
But of course, we do have some more weird laws to get into. And this one's pretty interesting. It's more railroad, actually. So it's either railroad or horse related.
That's what it feels like. Yeah, a railroad may not remove itself from a town more than 500 people.
Interesting. Okay, so do they have to get consent, like permission, to be able to leave?
Yeah, I guess.
It's like written permission from every 500 individual.
They're like, we're running out of gas. We gotta stop at a nearby town to
no,
fill up.
Don't do it.
They have 70 different trains there. We do have winners.
That's right. We got Man Bear Pig over at Carboni's Pizza taking away the large frame, and Bid Daddy over at 12 taking away the Shooters. Not taking away the Shooter Saloon. Bid Daddy 12 taking away the Must Go on $21 over at Shooter Saloon. Nice job to you. But yeah, no, just a lot of interesting laws going on.
They won't let the trains go.
They have a monopoly on trains now. It's like they own all the trains.
Their population increased. They just everything leaves.
It's like technically all the trains increase it to over 500, so they're just good to go.
Yeah, they all leave. Economy crashes. Town no more.
It all happened the worst way I could have thought, the mayor says. But of course, we'll do a couple more of these weird laws.
Yeah, let's just do two more.
Yeah, we'll do two more, and then we'll move on to the next National Day, because we actually have a good amount of National Days too. But when approaching a four-way or blind intersection in a non-horse vehicle, so another horse one, you must stop 100 feet from said intersection and discharge a firearm into the air to warn horse traffic. So you got to scare him. You got to scare him real bad just to let him know, like, hey, everybody, but trains can't do it, apparently.
You're supposed to fire your gun.
Yeah, shooting at horses is okay, though.
You can't just honk your horn.
No, I guess not. Jeez, they do things different in South Carolina.
That's
I'm not going to lie.
Funny. I mean, what if people live by that? That is hilarious.
Yeah, we got some more guns coming up.
Every adult must bring a rifle to church on Sunday in order to ward off Native American attacks.
Wow, okay. I mean, that is a pretty old law. That's not cool.
No, I'm glad that's off the books. Right?
Yeah, I'm glad that one's off the books for sure.
Yeah, we'll not leave off on that one. Nothing must be sold on Sunday except light bulbs.
Okay, I mean, hey, I don't know. Maybe you're having some bright ideas, I guess. I thought it was a day of rest.
This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But, of course, happy National South Carolina Day. Definitely a good one to celebrate. South Carolina is a weird southern state. I feel like North Carolina is way more normal.
Way more normal.
But, of course...
South Carolina is way more south than North Carolina.
Yes, it is definitely at least a little bit more south.
Like, I mean, like completely different cultures in them,
yes,
even though they're bordering states.
No, they are different, to be honest. Like straight up, like it's pretty funny. Yeah. Because North Carolina has they got some skiing stuff going on in there and stuff. It's pretty fun.
It's a little different. So happy National South Carolina Day. Next up on our National Day list is National Diatomaceous Earth Day. On August 31st, National Diatomaceous Earth Day recognizes the diatom and the remarkable mineral it creates.
I'm not too sure if I'm familiar with the diatom.
Yeah, diatom is something that's created in ocean water.
Okay, so it's a naturally occurring soft siliceous sedimentary rock that can be crumbled into a fine white to off-white powder as a particle size ranging from more than 3 something to 1 millimeter. So it's like pretty small particles apparently. I don't know.
We do have Sandy over at Mazeppa Liquor Store and Bull over at Corner Bar in Goodhue, splitting up that $9 line prize. Now working on that large frame with a few players 5 balls away.
Okay, so this is interesting. It's used in a lot of different things. It can be food grade. So diatomaceous earth consists of the fossilized remains of diatoms, which is a type of hard-shelled microalgae.
Yes.
That's so weird. So it's used as a filtration aid, a mild abrasive in products including metal polishes and even toothpaste, mechanical insecticide, an absorbent for liquids, matting agent for coatings, reinforcing filler in plastics and rubber, anti-block in plastic films, porous support for chemical catalysts, litter boxes, activator and coagulation studies, stabilizing component of dynamite, a thermal insulator, and even a soil for potted plants and trees in the art of bonsai.
That is crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, well, Diatom, what you're saying creates this, is a single-cell organism, which means they manufacture their own food in the same way that plants do. They are a major group of algae and form one of the most common forms of plankton and join a myriad of organisms that drift on currents on the upper layers of the oceans and lakes.
Wow, that's pretty cool. I didn't really know about those things, but we do have a couple winners. We got Tinker over at St. Danny's Dugout taking away the large frame, and MN April over at the other place in Hector taking away the coverall. Nice job to you guys and the rest of the winners on this game, taking away some nice prizes.
Yeah, it's not a plant or an animal. It's an enigma.
No, it's an enigma.
Yeah.
My mind is an enigma. But yeah, diatoms, that's pretty cool though. So it's just a little microalgae.
Yeah, what's unique about them is they produce oil, whereas other types of algae make starch. Diatoms are distributed throughout marine and freshwater habitats. Marine diatoms are generally found during the spring and autumn because they are mainly cold water organisms and can tolerate low light.
Interesting. That's pretty cool.
So, some fun facts about Diatomaceous Earth Day. Yeah.
100%. I like it. I like it.
I learned a little bit. I don't know if I'll ever remember it, so it'll be fun to learn it again next year. Got
That's
1 minute to get enrolled in this next game of Skull Bingo. We still got $35,000 available on that coverall, so make sure you're still getting enrolled and press and play.
That's right. But we do have another national day up next, and it is National Matchmaker Day. This day honors romantics whose dauntless pursuit of perfect purchase for Cupid's arrow results in lasting love stories. So, yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff there. Always want to get those matches made.
That's right.
I met Jordy through a coworker. That was my matchmaker.
That's right.
My mom met my dad through a coworker. Kind of same situation.
Nice.
Like a same exact situation, which is really funny for me, is that my dad was working with my mom's best friend, who was her roommate at the time, and she brought my dad home, and they met, and they became friends.
Nice.
Same thing happened with me, where I worked with Jordy's best friend at the time, her roommate, and she brought me home, and then I started dating Jordy. So cool stuff there.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
You want to tell your story?
No, I guess, yeah. But, of course, it's a good day for matchmaking and all that good stuff. But, yeah, it's a good day to celebrate for everybody.
Yeah,
Just
I don't
maybe
know
if you're looking for somebody, if you already found somebody, matchmaking is there's something that affects everybody, I guess.
I found a list of strange facts about the history of matchmaking.
Oh, okay.
The first biblical matchmaker prioritized being nice to camels.
That's pretty cool. Right,
I get that. It's like when dogs like you. Like when you're good to pets and stuff like that, that's like, okay, they're a good person. I should like them.
No, 100%.
See, he knew what he was talking about.
Yeah, no, I can totally see that. But, hey, we do have a winner taking away the line prize of $146. Nice job to you 3 dummies over at Mabel Liquor Store taking it away. $146 is not too shabby. Okay. But we do have another little fact coming at you guys, because Greek matchmakers were actually basically professional gossips. So, hey, I mean, you got to do what you got to do, I guess.
Yeah. Ancient Chinese matchmaking was dictated by swallows.
Okay. So birds. Pretty cool.
I mean, why wouldn't you listen to someone with a smaller brain than you?
No, 100%. I agree. But, looks like Japan was doing some interesting stuff back in the day. Aztec matchmakers were doing some interesting stuff as well.
I feel like there's a lot of bad history around matchmaking.
Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah, there is around. Oh, okay, so this one is actually based off of bird hunting.
Really?
Yeah, Victorian matchmaking.
Hey, the best hunter.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, did we know that was a jackpot that went out?
Yeah. No, I announced it after 3 dummies. $146. Awesome stuff.
146. I didn't even realize that it was a jackpot. Great job. We'll see if Sandy can take home this jackpot right here. Doesn't look like it's happening. Moving on to that $14 Musco large frame, as that $35,000 is still available.
Oh, some pretty cool stuff. They were talking about how they were trying to do scientific matchmakers back in the day, but it was just weird, I don't even know, hooked him up to a machine, and it like did a pulse. I don't think it worked very well.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I wouldn't guess so. That seems weird.
Do you
think there's at some point going to be a time where like you can just like go on this app and it'll be basically take your full personality and like everything and just basically like put you right with these and like maybe your prior dating history and just like match you with all these different people that are just like perfect matches for you kind of thing.
Probably.
And they're perfect matches like with you as well kind of deal.
They had a Black Mirror episode about it, so I mean.
Yeah.
But before we go further, we do have Otis over at Hoover's Pub taking away a double win on the large frame and on the coverall. Nice job to you, Otis.
Yeah, now getting into this next game of Skull Bingo. We got 1 minute and 55 seconds to get enrolled in this one. So definitely do that. But what were we saying about matchmaking?
Whatchamacallit? Somebody was doing something.
Somebody was doing something. Well, we'll move on to the next one as this National Trail Mix Day. Observed annually on August 31st, National Trail Mix Day honors the mix that was developed as a healthy snack to be taken on hikes.
Awesome stuff, yeah. Trail mix is pretty good.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of trail mix. And people hate on the raisins, but I am a big raisins in my trail mix guy.
Nah, I think like dried cherries, cranberries are really good too.
Yeah. Great stuff.
Yeah, 100%. I think s'mores trail mix is really good because you get like a really good mix of like very yummy things.
Okay.
Another trail mix I like. I like the more yummy trail mixes, to be honest, that maybe aren't as healthy. I like the granola ones a lot.
Granola is so good.
Yeah, and those are typically a little bit better for you. So saving grace at least.
So trail mix has been eaten by Native Americans for thousands of years, and originally included buffalo meat.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
I would throw some jerky in my trail mix for sure. I probably wouldn't want like whole things of like cooked meat in there. No. But
they probably put jerky in it. It was probably jerky or salted strips of meat and stuff like that.
Exactly. So that sounds pretty tasty.
Yeah, no, I agree. Let's see. The combination of nuts, raisins, and chocolate as a trail snack dates at least to the 1910s when outdoorsman Horace Keppert recommended it in his popular camping guide.
Wow, cool stuff. Yeah. Some believe that trail mix was first invented in 1968 by two Californian surfers who blended peanuts and raisins together for an energy snack.
No, actually, Horace Keppert, I think, did that first.
Yeah, it says 1910s. Oh, well, they might be saying that wasn't actually trail mix.
Oh, I guess so. Maybe he didn't mix them together, had separate bags for them. Interesting. That's kind of funny, though. I guess maybe they blended them, and that's what made it a thing. That's funny, though. But in Australia and New Zealand, they don't call it trail mix. They call it scroggin.
I'm thinking I might switch it over to that.
I might switch it.
And then I heard this next one because trail mix is also called gorp.
Yep.
Good old raisins and peanuts, or granola oats, raisins, and peanuts.
Yeah, I like gorp. I'm going to call it gorp now.
Gorp.
I'm not even going to explain it to anybody.
Just be like, can you get me some gorp?
Yeah, and they're like, what? Like, gorp, dude. Come on.
Good old raisins and peanuts. Okay.
It's like, I'm getting a little gorpy over here. Okay. Like, don't make me gorpy. But we do have a winner. It's none other than Mad Max over at Naughty's on 371. Taking away the line prize. Nice job to you, Mad Max. But yeah. Gorp. It's pretty cool.
So there's some new names for you. Scroggin and Gorp.
That's right.
To be able to call your trail mix.
And Gorp is a real word. Gorp
actually
in the Oxford English Dictionary means to eat greedily.
Okay.
It's a verb.
It's Gorbin time.
He's just gorping it up.
Gorbin time.
It's Gorpin time. That's right.
Time to eat greedily.
That's right.
Trail Mix is featured in Jack Kerouac iconic 1958 novel, The Dharma Bums.
The Dharma Bums.
The Dharma Bums.
I've never heard of it. Interesting.
Yeah. Interesting stuff.
Featured, though. Gorp is.
Yeah. Gorp is featured.
I wonder if he, ever addresses the Gorp controversy.
Yeah, I agree with that one. It's kind of like
it's a touchy subject.
It's like chickpeas.
Yeah.
And garbanzo beans.
Garbanzo. Oh, that's interesting. We can't get into that. It's too sensitive.
Get us too far off track as well, because we need to talk about Twins news because they just got a win yesterday.
That's some awesome stuff. But before we get into it, Otis over at Hoover's Pub is taking away that large frame And we got the coverall moving on to the must-go prize of $15. We got players a couple balls away already. But, of course, Twins news. We're 67-61 on the season, looking pretty good now.
5 wins in a row right now.
Yep, that's right. That's right. And with that 5th win in a row, Nick Gordon hit his first career grand slam and drove in a career-high 6 runs. Jake Cave and Gary Sanchez also homered, and the Minnesota Twins beat the Boston Red Sox 10-5 on Tuesday night.
That is awesome stuff to hear. I mean, we needed to go on this stretch. We are now 1 game behind the Cleveland Guardians.
Oh, sweet.
And so if we can get a win tonight as we take on the Red Sox tonight at 6:40, the Guardians have a game today as well. I don't know when they play, but it should be a really interesting night for us. We do have Scott Too Hot and Miss Dawn Brenda all splitting up that $15 must-go coverall prize. Good job to all the winners in this game of Skull Bingo. We're getting rolled into this next game with those jackpots continuing to grow in this one as well.
That's right. It looks like they're facing the Orioles tonight at 5:10.
Yeah, so just in about 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's right. So, hey, pretty cool stuff. Hopefully that one goes bad for them. I kind of want the Orioles to do better anyways. So
yeah, exactly. Root for the Orioles a little bit and root for the Guardians' downfall so that we can end up catching up to them.
100%. Do you know what's crazy, though? The Orioles literally have, like, a better wait. What's our we're 60. Are we 68 and 61 on the season?
We're 67.
Yeah, so they actually have just as good of a record as we do, and they're 4th in their division.
It's crazy. I mean, some of these divisions are so stacked, and we're competing for the top of one of the lesser divisions in the MLB. But I think we could end up in that first place spot, which should be some really cool stuff.
Wow, dude, Dodgers are already at 90 wins.
That's crazy.
No, the Yankees have been falling off recently. It's
really?
crazy.
I was not expecting that.
Yeah, no, they've been really bad. They're 79-51. They lost I don't even know how many games in a row. It was crazy.
That is tough.
But I think they've been a little bit better recently. It looks like they're 6-4 in their last 10. But yeah, cool stuff going on in the MLB right now. The Dodgers are on top of their game, 90-38. Looking really good right now, and Twins are catching up to the Guardians, though.
That's what we're hoping for, and we got Vegas's odds right here in front of us, as the Twins are the favorite on this game with a 1.5 run lead on the run line, and the over/under being at 7.5 points.
Okay. Let's see. I think I'm gonna put it at the under.
Okay.
And I think I'm gonna go 5-0.
5-0. Yes, that's definitely a good one. But I think I'm going to go with the trend of the rest of this series with high scoring match. Well, I guess the first one wasn't too high scoring, but last game was really high scoring. So I'm going to say high scoring once again, and I'm going to say that we do really good, score 8 runs, and we're going to limit them down to 3 runs.
Okay. I think that's a little bit more of a realistic one. I mean, I got 6-0 yesterday.
Okay.
So that was
we still won by 5.
Yes. Yeah, we won by 5.
We almost won by 6, which is what you were predicting.
Yeah, I almost got the differential right.
Exactly. But, and that's all that really matters, right?
Yes, exactly. I think to be a real winner, that's all you need to get right.
We do have our line prize winner.
That's right. It's Otis over at Hoover's Pub taking away that line. Nice job to you, Otis.
Oh, yeah. But obviously, I think we both think they're going to exceed that 1.5 run mark, as they've done so in the last 2 games against the same team. Seems like a pretty obvious bet in my book, betting on the Twins.
Yeah, no, I think so. I think the Twins have been really good recently, too. They've been picking it up.
Yeah, I think they realize that, hey, we need to get some wins or this is going to turn into a real down season really quickly.
Exactly.
Especially with how tight-knit our standings are. We could go from second all the way down to 4th in our AL Central and would not look good on us. And so hopefully we can compete, get into that number 1 spot. And tonight is one of many steps to be able to pass them up.
Yeah, 100%. So definitely some good stuff going on ahead of us. But as you guys know, we here at Pilot Games have teamed up with the Minnesota Twins. You can play the ETAB game we teamed up with them for. Twins win today by playing Pilot Games wherever Pilot Games are played. It's a lot of fun. Check it out. Let us know what you think, because we do love those ETAB games. There are always some cool stuff going on there. But We do have another winner on the large frame. It's LMS over at Municipal Liquor Store taking away that large frame. Nice job to you.
Yeah, now working on the coverall prize is $17. It's a must-go prize. We'll see if any of these players 2 balls away. We got Nordy trying to get after it. But while you're getting after it, we got a great lunchtime bingo that we play every single day. Twins bingo from 12 all the way till 1. And you don't just win great cash during that game. You also earn points towards our twiking zone, where we have some top tier players that have been earning points all season 12 long. Before I hop into the player side, we do have a winner.
That's right. It's LMS again over at Municipal Liquor Store. Palisade taking away the coverall. Nice job to LMS and Otis, both winning on this game.
Yeah, but let's hop into the lunchtime bingo standings. Player side in 10th place, we got Puts over at American Legion Pine River with 48,000 points. With 56,000 points in 9th place, we got T-Bone over at Poppers. 8th place is Tez over at Poppers with 67,000 points. With 83,000 points in 7th place, we got Red over at American Legion Fridley. 6th place is Caribou over at Cooper's Restaurant with 97,000 points. With 117,000 points in 5th place, we got Mikey Wins over at Steve O's. 4th place is Nan over at Corky's Bar South Haven with 118,000 points. Definitely a close race right now between Mikey Wins and Nan with only that 1,000 point gap. But in 3rd place, we got Simbob over at Bedrock with 141,000 points. With 144,000 points in 2nd place, we got Scrub Eye over at American Legion Fridley. And in 1st place, it's Loser Dave over at VFW Spring Lake Park with 147,000 points. I think those 3 are in a pretty close race as well. Sinbob, Scrub Eye, and Loser Dave. What is it, about 6,000 points separating those 3 top players?
Yeah, 100%. So definitely a close race in that top 3, but we got some pretty crazy stuff happening in this top 10s of the locations. So getting right into it, let's take a look who is in 10th place. Falling from 9th, it's Floppy Crappy over Pokegama Township. They got 55,000 points, dropping back to 10th. In 9th place, taking their spot, it's Cooper's Restaurant in Egan with 62,000 points now, 7,000 points ahead of 10th place. In 8th place, we got Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards with 79,000 points. Just so you guys know, everybody 8th place and up is actually sticking to their own spot. There's been no crazy change-ups happening, just a lot of people up in their point totals trying to move up a little bit. But in 7th place, we got Miniger Sports Hub in the Crescent with 98,000 points, only 2,000 points away from the 100,000 point club. In 6th place, already in that club, we got Our Place on 3rd and Faribault with 122,000 points. In 5th place, we're getting into the top 5 with VFW Blaine. VFW Blaine has 147,000 points. In 4th place, we got Poppers in Virginia with 188,000 points. They're doing pretty good in the top 5. I definitely have been seeing them a lot.
Yeah, Poppers in Virginia. I think they got 2 players in our top 10 as well, with T-Bone and Tez, both Poppers in Virginia location players.
That's right. But in 3rd place, we got Corky's Bar in South Haven. They got 242,000 points.
Got a little southern accent on that one, a little southern draw.
What are you talking about? Well, 2nd place. But we do have a winner on the line prize, though. Oh, man, trying to get me to say something I don't really want to say. But they're playing over at Hoover Spot, taking it away. Nice job to you, Bitcoin H.
Yeah.
But, of course, we do have the large frame jackpot and the coverall jackpot still available. So try and get in on those. But in 2nd place, as I was saying, it is American Legion Fridley with 308,000 points. Nice job to you guys. And in 1st place, a straight 100,000 points ahead. It's VFW Spring Lake Park with 408,000 points. Nice job to them and the rest of the top 10s of the players and locations.
Yeah, definitely some fun stuff there. And we have some fun stuff happening in this game of Skull Bingo. I think we're right now in a game number 9 of Skull Bingo.
Yeah, I think so. I think we're going on to a game number 10.
Game number 9, or it's game number 10. Yeah, I think we're at game number 9 right now, and we got Jim Rock's already 3 balls away. We got $1,522 on the large frame, $35,000 on that coverall prize. We'll see who can win these, or if we're gonna be clicking past at the large frame, we click past $14. We're listening to a really good E-Tab game that we'd love to highlight, and that's Persian Dreams, a super fun one with an even better bonus round. So definitely check it out, or check out the over 50 different Charitable E-Tab games we have.
100%. But we do have LMS making another appearance over at Municipal Liquor Store Palisade, taking away that large frame. Nice job to you, LMS.
Oh, yeah. But with those E-Tabs, you can play anytime and win huge prizes up to $1,500. All games have small bets between 50 cents and $5. With awesome bonus and free play rounds, definitely give them a shot.
Awesome stuff. But we do have LMS over at Municipal Liquor Store taking away another win on this game, making it a double. Nice job to LMS and the other winner on this game.
Yeah, good job. We are about to get enrolled into this game number 10 of Skull Bingo. So make sure you're getting enrolled as well as we try and give out some nice prizes.
Awesome stuff. But of course, we got a little bit of musical history to get into for you guys. 2 little tidbits from 2 very different eras of music.
Yes, very, very different.
But in 1939, starting it off, is Frank Sinatra. On this day, records All or Nothing at All, one of his first big hits.
Yeah, I decided during Twins Bingo to look up some fun facts about Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
And he is a very, very interesting man.
Oh, yeah.
As he was almost dead at birth. The whole story of this. Okay, listen to this. Sinatra had a traumatic welcoming into the being born on December 12th, 1915. In the kitchen of his parents' New Jersey apartment, the 13-pound baby had been delivered with forceps and was thought to be stillborn. Blue and not breathing, the doctor laid him on the counter while he attended to Sinatra's mother. It was only when his grandmother picked up the newborn, ran him under cold water, and slapped him back that Sinatra started breathing.
That is insane.
Crazy.
Good for grandma. Come on now.
Crazy. What's even crazier is he actually had his nickname be Scarface because of the scars that he had from those forceps when he was a baby.
Wow, that's insane.
Yeah, ended up covering it up a lot during his prime of his career.
Yeah.
Because it was one of his insecurities, and even afterwards, didn't like being photographed from the left side.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, honestly, you can't really blame him. That is definitely something that you know.
He also did the Robert Downey Jr. Wore some platform shoes as well, which I think is awesome.
I'm not surprised by that at all.
I'm there for the platform shoes though. Like I think it shouldn't be like oh, he wears platform shoes. Like I should be like.
I mean, I think they look cool, like, because they definitely can look cool. You know what I mean?
I like the ones that I'm seeing all over that are like they're supposed to be discreet and give you like 2.5 inches.
Those are the ones I don't like very much. Those are the ones where I'm just like, okay, come on.
I think they're hilarious.
Yeah, they're really funny, but those are the type Robert Downey Jr. wears.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, dude, come on now. You're a millionaire actor. Nobody cares if you're 2 inches taller or not. Same with Frank Sinatra. Like, dude, come on. You're Frank Sinatra. Nobody cares if you're 5'7" or 6'5".
Yeah. Funny enough, even though Frank Sinatra, as big as he is, his first fangirls were actually paid to scream. They actually interviewed a bunch of young women and hired them and placed them in strategic places around the venue to rile up a stir for Frank Sinatra.
That's fun. So I guess in his early days, it makes sense. That's pretty funny though. I never knew that, to be honest.
We do have a line prize going out to Tinker over at Danny's Dugout, taking home $7 on that line prize.
Nice job to you, Tinker. But, of course, this is a fact probably most of you guys realize is a fact. But he loved New York a lot. Born just across the Hudson River in Hoboken, New Jersey, Sinatra's songbook is a trove of tender odes to the Big Apple. Ditties including the Brooklyn Bridge, Autumn in New York, and The Lady is a Tramp are just a few that use the city as a backdrop. And, of course, New York loved him back, as we all know as well.
Definitely great stuff. He had a signature drink. This is a gentleman's drink. Sinatra once referenced to this preferred sprit of Jack Daniel's whiskey. His signature cocktail was a mix of 4 ice cubes, 2 fingers of Jack Daniel's, and a splash of water.
Interesting.
Yeah, and now I feel like I have to try it just because it's Frank Sinatra's drink.
Let me go back up really quick. So it says, and he would never touch the rim of a glass, but rather cupped it in his hand with a cocktail napkin. And then it shows him in the next picture just straight up holding the glass without a napkin. And I'm like, okay, that was a lie.
That was a lie.
I was like, okay, guys.
That's funny.
That's really funny.
We do have an $11 large frame on this one as we still got players 2 balls away. We'll see if we can give this one out.
That's right, but we do have, of course, another little fact about Frank Sinatra, about his Rat Pack. And this was basically just like a little, they called it a celebrity squad, and that was exactly that. It was a bunch of celebrity dudes that got together and were like, hey, we're the Rat Pack now.
That's awesome. We got Jim Rocks at Adagio's taking home the large frame, as well as Jim Rocks at Adagio's taking home the coverall. $17 on the coverall and $11 on the large frame going out to you. And good job to all the winners in this game of Skull Bingo. We are now getting enrolled into a game number 12 of Skull Bingo. That was game number 11. All those jackpots continuing to grow into this next one.
That's right. But the members of the Rat Pack, though, primarily was Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra, and Sammy Davis Jr.
Pete Lawford and Joey Bishop were also a part of it as well, it looks like.
Oh, wow. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
His last words were, "I'm losing."
Wow.
That's heart-wrenching.
Yeah, that's a little bit sad, but he did have a very great life, to be honest. He had a lot of like loving family and stuff. So it just, he did have a very illustrious, crazy career with a lot of ups and downs.
He's so interesting. I really like hearing about him.
Yeah.
He was a rather large baby. I mean, we talked about it, 13.5 pounds coming out of the womb.
That's pretty huge.
That is massive.
Yeah, that's huge.
Huge. Oh,
yeah.
my gosh.
I think I was like
for a guy who grew up to be 5'7".
Yeah.
Like a 13-pound baby is ridiculous.
That's pretty crazy. I think I was like 9.5 or 9.7 when I came out.
Yeah.
I think that was my size.
I think I was like 11.
Yeah.
11, somewhere around there.
Yeah. You know what's crazy is my little sister was like she was like just under 8 pounds.
Really?
I think. Yeah, she was pretty small. But you know what's crazy? She didn't really have any complications though. She ended up being really tall too.
Oh. Yeah. I have no idea the weights. My parents don't even know the weights of us as a kid though.
Yeah.
They're like I don't know. You gotta look at your stuff to be able to find that out. Frank Sinatra carried his own PA system. When Sinatra was just starting out as a singer, he came prepared. He carried his own PA system to dives in which he typically performed.
It makes sense. I mean, like honestly, back then it probably wasn't typical for all of the places he was performing at to have sound systems. Let's see. Apparently, a short film he did actually tagged Frank Sinatra as a communist sympathizer. That's really funny. But whatchamacallit, it's because it had a little bit of a liberal slant to it.
Oh,
So,
the FBI had a file on Frank Sinatra.
Yep, that's pretty funny. Yeah, but I mean, like, it was a big deal at the time.
Yeah.
Like, because the Cold War was going on, like, it was basically like a whole second Red Scare from the 1920s.
Yeah,
It was crazy.
Frank Sinatra helped introduce the concept album and box set.
Interesting.
Okay.
So both basically a concept album. So he just kind of introduced the concept of the concept album.
Wow, really cool stuff.
That's funny.
Apparently
the Rat Pack didn't call themselves the Rat Pack.
Really?
Yeah.
I wonder what they called themselves.
The Summit.
The Summit. Really, really cool stuff.
Funny.
Well, good job, Rabbit, getting a win on that line prize over at American Legion Glenville. $9 going out to you. Now we're working on that $1,591 large frame prize as I talk about our next music day in history. And on today in 2004, Green Day releases the title track of their new album, American Idiot, as a single 3 weeks before the album is issued. Both the song and the album are widely successful and highly acclaimed, with each nominated for multiple Grammy Awards, winning Best Rock Album. American Idiot later became a successful stage musical called Broadway Idiot.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of Green Day, to be honest. I was looking through their songs just to see what I recognized, and Wake Me Up When September Ends, American Idiot, and Brain Stew are the only 3 I think
Yeah.
I've probably actually listened to.
Yeah,
before.
I'm sure there's like a bunch of them that if you heard them, you would go, I've heard that one before. Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, I've
Just
heard
because
that one before.
It's Green Day.
Yeah, and we grew up when it was still when radios were a big thing.
I'm pretty
And-
sure Green Day had like a actual song in Jimmy Neutron.
Really?
In the video game, I think.
That's super fun.
Yeah, I could totally be wrong about that though. Maybe it was like I was listening to Green Day at the same time when I was playing the Jimmy Neutron game. But let's see. Yeah, let me look actually because now I'm kind of my interest
Okay, yeah,
is a
while you
little
look it up,
peaked.
I'm going to talk about some fun facts about Green Day.
Oh, fun.
And lead singer Billy Joe Armstrong and bassist Mike Dirnt went to Pinhole Valley High School in Pinhole Valley, California together.
Oh, okay.
Cool stuff.
That's
We
pretty
do
awesome.
have Pepper over at VFW East St. Cloud, as well as Chetman over at VFW Rush City, splitting up that $15 large frame, as Chetman over at VFW Rush City took the coverall all to himself. $23 going out to them. Good job on that win.
That's funny. Okay, so basically, it didn't happen in the video game, but there's an episode where they basically form a band, Jimmy Sheen and Carl do.
Okay.
And it's like a total rip-off of Green Day.
Okay, is that when he gets like the mohawk, the
I think
pointy
s-
mohawk?
I think it is,
Okay,
yeah.
okay, that makes sense. That's super funny. I remember that episode.
Yep.
Okay, next up, drummer Trey Cool lived in
Mendocino or Mendocino?
Mendocino mountains with his dad.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and some really cool mountains. That's definitely interesting.
Literally raised by the wolves.
Yeah.
Let's see. Green Day's original name was Sweet Children and included a different drummer by the name of Al Sobrante. That's kind of a cool name. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, Sweet Children. No wonder they called the song Sweet Child of Mine.
100%.
Green Day made their debut at Rod's Hickory Pit in El Sorrento.
That's pretty cool. Okay. Well, their drummer was super talented from a young age because he started playing drums at 12.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I know one of my best friends when I was a kid started playing drums pretty young too, and he loved drums, but he ended up getting into like guitar and bass and stuff too.
He just did everything.
Yep.
Yeah, it's super fun to see those people who they get into music at a young age and then they can learn so many different instruments by the time that they're done with it.
Exactly. And he still makes music today, and it's so fun just to see all the different things that come across my page. Because he is like very into like experimental music, so it's like
Okay.
straight up. There's one that was just like
If you could play any instrument, what would it be?
probably like some sort of brass instrument, I feel like.
Okay.
Like probably like a saxophone would be pretty cool.
Ooh.
I
I
think
see you,
like
a jazz guy.
like a big like jazz bass. You know what I mean? Like one of the big ones where you kind of lean it on. And you're like dong 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 dong. You know what I mean?
Like not quite
the big in the big bands they had those huge those huge basses that they would lean on.
Yes,
them.
yes.
Yeah, exactly that.
That's what you want to
Yes.
do. Okay. I
Yes.
was gonna say not that though, and then you do want that.
It's the big cello.
Okay. Yes, that's awesome.
Yeah,
No,
the cello is cool too.
I think I would choose banjo.
Banjo would be pretty awesome.
Yeah,
Or like fiddle.
Because like you just whip out a banjo at a campfire, like that's a good time.
100%. Like you can sing along to anything.
Exactly.
You can make up a song so easy.
I could totally make up a song to a very simple beat on the banjo, and everyone would have a great time doing it.
Or a harmonica.
Exactly.
That'd be a great one.
If you could get the duo where you could like play the harmonica on like the face thing on top of it,
Yep.
and then you got the banjo going.
pretty crazy.
See, that's when you're a walking band yourself right
100%.
there.
100%.
We do have a line prize going out to Funk over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards. Good job, Funk, taking home $10. But tonight we have a PGL night, and if you want to earn points for our top 10 standings, you got to be signed up at PGL.world and become a member of our league. PGL players compete for points and have access to insider information, including a monthly newsletter that has a bunch of great information in it. We've recently been sending out a bunch of PyCon information. We sent out information about it. We sent out registration in it, and we also had to close registration for it because we are sold out on that event. It's going to be super fun being there September 15th, that Thursday at the Ledge Amphitheater, watching a legendary musician ZZ Top, as well as getting to see all those new products from Pilot Games, being able to meet with legislators and hear some of those really great tunes. But if you're weren't quite able to get signed up to come to this great event, you can just come to one of your great Pilot TV bar locations and watch right there and get your own little taste of PyCon.
Yeah.
Plus, the competition is lowered a little bit since those big-time players are going to be at PyCon.
Very true. Very true.
Might as well come out and win some good cash.
No, I agree. That is definitely a piece of good advice right there. But we got some brand new players that did exactly just what we were saying earlier, and they signed up for a new PGL account. So we're going to give them a little bit of a shout out. We got a couple familiar faces in here, so take a look who we got. Starting it off is that face I was talking about. A legendary player, Bones, finally getting a PGL account.
Yeah, surprised you. Just got signed up.
Yeah, awesome stuff. Nice job to you, Bones. Hopefully to see a little bit more. Basie Bling's up next. Then we got Me Please. And we got It's a G Thing. Coco29. Bronek 326. Kayla Liam 1. Snipes. The Loon. Polly. Dapper. Staz ZJ. Selner. Sweet Pea. Oh, well, it's not like a P, though. BNB. Tiffany and asterisks. In asterisks. There's some strings attached. There's something going on. I don't know.
Tiffany.
Some legal fine print, something.
We do have Mike H. getting the double win on this one over at Eagles Albert Lake. $25 going out to Mike H. over on that coverall. Good job to all the winners in this game of Skull Bingo. We're about to get enrolled into a game number 13, so make sure you continue to get enrolled and press play.
Oh, 100%. But we do have a few new players ending off this list, and those three players are S Greens 233, E Ander 12, and then E Allen 30. So very interesting. I don't know what E Ander's about, but maybe he just messed up Allen so bad, like he was just like, oh man, I didn't even realize, and then he just made another account.
E Allen.
E. Allen. It's in the game. Yeah. Pretty much.
That's funny. Definitely some great stuff there. What game do you think of when you hear EA Sports? It's in the game.
Whatchamacallit, that snowboarding game.
You do the one from McDonald's?
SSX. Oh, McDonald's SSX?
Yes. Yeah. It was always in McDonald's to be able
at the
to play.
GameCube.
Yeah. Exactly.
SSX like the trick one where you could it had the meter on the right.
Yes.
Yep. No, that game was awesome.
They had that one and then they had the boat one.
Yeah.
That was the two games that you could play at the McDonald's video games.
It was awesome.
I don't know if that was every. I don't remember if that was every McDonald's.
I remember SSX for sure.
Okay, because that one is like a core memory of mine, and that's what I always think of when I think of EA Sports.
Yeah, because like they straight up had those little podiums where like they had 4 TVs on them.
Yeah.
And then they had the little like things that ejected the controller that was attached. It was awesome. It was great.
It was such a good time.
Yeah, I don't know why they ever got rid of those.
There was also like at least mine, there was also an air hockey table there, a full like playground area. You never see those kinds of things anymore.
No, because I mean you have to think about it. Like how expensive even is that for them? You know what I mean?
To have an air hockey table?
Yeah, $200 investment. Like come on, just get one, and then you're gonna get way more people coming in to chill out at McDonald's. Like it was awesome.
I know that it was a great time for my parents to be able to chill and not have to do much because we'd go play air hockey, we'd go play the video games, we'd go play out in the little
it was like going to like a cool restaurant at that point.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It gave you a reason to go inside and not just breeze through the drive-through.
Yeah, it was a fun time. They need to make play places funner.
You know, honestly, I do think though, I think they're gonna like stop like allowing people to come in. Like, I think they're just going to go all the way to drive-through.
It would make sense for fast food, to be honest.
No, it would make sense for them, and it definitely would make them a lot more money, to be honest. Like, just being able to cut the cost of everybody that comes in.
There's a Big B at the edge of our town that came in about a year ago that it has no sit-down area. It's literally just the drive-through.
Yeah.
And it's like a 2-person stand that just, like, people will just whip out coffee in.
Yeah.
And it's so tiny.
Yeah,
but
they do a good job, though.
Yeah, it makes sense to be able to do that, especially for those places where you don't make a lot of money with your sit-down area.
Nope, no, exactly. Especially considering, I think, past whatchamacallit, like the pandemic and stuff. It just kind of messed things up a lot. But we do have Ugly John over at the Ugly Bar taking away the line fries. Nice job to you, Ugly John. You spelled John wrong, though.
Definitely some great stuff. Well, maybe he's talking about his own name and he's just being self-deprecating.
This is okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. No, Jon is just spelled wrong anyway. Whether you're referring to yourself or not.
What if he's a Jonathan?
Jonathan. It's okay if it's shortened. If it's shortened, it's okay.
If
like,
it's shortened, he doesn't actually go by John.
Yeah,
but
it's just Jonathan.
It's
You know what
just
I mean? I get it, but whatchamacallit, because Jonathan with an H at the beginning is just a catastrophe. That's the worst thing ever. Like, it's not okay.
No.
But Jonathan, if it's Jon because it's shortened from Jonathan, I'm okay with it.
You're okay with it. Okay, that's good. We got to get into some PGL standings now as you guys are working on this large frame prize. As we had a bunch of shakeups that happened just last night in these standings, getting bumped back from 6th all the way to 10th place. We got Nixon over at VFW Roseville with 404,000 points. With 410,000 points in 9th place, shot all the way up from unranked outside the top 10 to this spot. It's Bucks over at Rustic Saloon. 411,570 points for the 8th place player who moved up from 9th place. It's Chapster over at Moe's. 7th place got shot up all the way from unranked. It's Yak 2102 over at Riverbend Bar and Grill with 423,830 points. With 463,170 points in 6th place, moving up from 7th, we got Sloppy over at Rutgers Birchmont Lounge. Before I get into this top 5, though, we do have a double win.
That's right. It's Jay over at Lucky's 13 Bloomington taking away the large frame and the coverall. Nice job to you taking away the double win on that game.
Yeah, we're about to get enrolled into a game number 15 or something.
Oh yeah, I think it is
might
actually
be already game number 15 on this one. So getting rolled, press play. This happy hour is flying by, so make sure you don't miss out on your opportunities to take home some really good cash. But top 5 in the PGL standings, getting bumped back from 4th into 5th, we get Devoided over at the Roadside with 479,665 points. With 488,355 points in 4th place, moving up from 5th, passing up Devoided, it's Keeves over at Clearwater Corners. Getting bumped back from 2nd into 3rd, we got Keith over at Ibiza West with 493,925 points. Moving up from 3rd into 2nd, we got Bergar over at Rusty Nail Thief River Falls with 522,185 points. And the player maintaining that number 1 spot in the player standings, it's Forget You D at VFW Austin with 673,830 points.
Awesome stuff. Nice job to all the players in the top 10s. You guys are doing crazy. But we got some locations to take a look at, and they have been going pretty crazy as well. So, starting it off in 10th place, dropping from 7th last night, it's Billy's Rockford, now with 1,286,000 points. 9th place coming from outside of the standings, we got LJ's in Miltona with 1,287,000 points. In 8th place, sticking in 8th place, it's Rustic Saloon in Little Falls with 1,321,000 points. In 7th place, actually dropping from 6th, it's Corner Pocket and Rice with 1,429,000 points. And in 6th place, causing all of these crazy shakeups, it's Rusty Nail over in Thief River Falls with 1,491,000 points, jumping all the way from 9th to 6th place.
Wow.
Pretty decent jump for you guys over at Rusty Nail. So keep it up, and maybe you can get into the top 5. But already in the top 5, we got 5th place Miltona Liquor Store with 1,510,000 points. Only about 20,000 points ahead of 6th place. So definitely make sure you're looking in the rear view over there at Miltona Liquor Store. But in 4th place, we got VFW Northfield. They got a little bit more comfy of a lead. They have 1,903,000 points. Now getting into the top 3. Everybody is in the 2 million point club in this one. In 3rd place, dropping from 2nd, it's Mabel Liquor Store with 2,027,000 points. Nice job to you, Mabel Liquor Store. But taking their spot in 2nd place, rising from 3rd, it's Howie's Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud. They got 2,105,000 points with a decent lead over 3rd place. Still, it could be in trouble, though. 1st place is still Poppers in Virginia. They got 2,252,000 points. Looking pretty good in 1st place, but we do have a winner.
We got Guy over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards, taking home that line prize of $12. Good job, Guy, getting that win. Do you get any way of...
I don't know. I'm trying to, decipher.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't want to say it, and just in case, like, it's something terrible.
Exactly.
And I'm like,
but it doesn't seem like it's anything bad.
No, I feel like it's just like, oh, gee, something. I don't know. I'm reserving a little bit of suspicion. I'm sorry, guy.
But good job getting the win.
Good job on the win. 100%. I'm giving that to you. 100%. But a little reserved over here.
Definitely.
But you can still prove yourself.
Oh yeah, definitely an interesting name right there. But if you want to hear a really cool name, our Minnesota Wild definitely signed a fun one, as our Minnesota Wild manager Bill Guerin today announced that our NHL club has signed center Sam Steele to a 1-year, $825,000 contract. Steele is 24, collected 20 points and 16 penalty minutes in 68 games with the Anaheim Ducks last season. The 5'11", 184-pound native to Alberta set career highs in games played and blocked shots, and tied his career best in goals for the 4th consecutive season.
5'11", 184 pounds. That's huge. This is gigantic. I've never
jacked out of his mind.
I mean, like, even 15 pounds lighter, he would be huge still. He would still be just jacked. That's crazy. But of course, after moving on from this elite athlete, just physical freak of nature, we do have MMB over at American Legion Fridley, taking away the large frame and the coverall. Nice job to MMB and the other winner on
I feel like he's just got to be bigger than what his actually listing is, just because his name's like Sam Steele. Like, his 100%. Presence is just huge. Yes. He's like, oh, I'm Sam Steele.
And just adds like 5 inches.
You grip his hand, and you realize he's actually like steel.
Yeah, and you're like, whoa, okay, Silver Surfer. It's like his initials. You're like, okay, I get it now.
I get it.
It's like, all right.
You bamboozled one too many.
Like, come on, Sammy. But of course, we are going to take a quick break for this next game. We'll see you guys in a second when we get back with some.
We're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Kriesel. Really cool listening to him talking his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson.
Have a really nice day! Woo!
Entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts,
drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Come on, let's get stinking rich. Smell you later. Smells like money. Five free plays awarded. That smells wild. Doesn't get any better than that.
Smells like a big one.
Five times multiplier. It's raining cash. You gotta play to win.
Hey guys, and we are here for some more Skull Bingo action. We just played a game number 16, and we are now getting rolled into a game number 17. We got $38,000 of total prizes in this game, and we're hoping that we can give it out in 1-0. We are now in the game. Should be some fun stuff. And while you guys got balls dropping on this one, we got a great fishing report to talk about.
That's right, and it's coming from Detroit Lakes Area Lakes by Explorer, Minnesota, updated on the 25th. Water temperatures in Detroit Lakes area lakes remain in the low 70s, but should drop over the next couple of weeks as days get shorter and, of course, nights get cooler. The walleye bite has been very good some days, but fish are scattered. Most are holding off the breaks in deeper water on the outside edges of weed lines. Multiple techniques continue to work well. Both largemouth and smallmouth bass have been active. Largemouth are relating to weeds and shoreline structures such as docks.
We do have a double win as Tesla over at Shady's Railside and Big DD over at Don's Corner Bar is splitting up $15.
Awesome stuff. Nice job to you two. But like I was saying, I was talking about largemouth going into weeds and shoreline structures like docks, with smallmouth bass have been holding on the hard sand bottom areas near gravel or boulders in about 20 to 30 feet of water. They can also be found on the deeper gravel, though, too. Northern pike are hitting large suckers along deep weed lines. Crappies are coming from the deep edges of the cabbage weeds, and an aggressive presentation is best for most species at this time of year due to the large amounts of forage. Triggering reaction bites can be the most productive method, though.
Definitely some great stuff there. Always want to go for that aggressive presentation.
100%.
That's why I wear a Metallica cutoff pretty much everywhere I go.
Exactly. I play super loud music whenever I go fishing, and for some reason I don't ever get a bite.
Yeah.
I don't really know what's going on with that.
I like to go around places with backpacks with speakers attached to them just playing my music as loud as I possibly can.
Like all the other fishermen get really mad at me, but some of them just call me number one. They flip up one of their fingers at me and it's like, hey, you're number one. And I'm like, oh, thanks, man.
Thanks.
I turn up the music a little bit.
Usually can't understand what they're saying because the music's so loud, but I assume that they're saying you're number one.
I'm guessing they're shouting words of encouragement and all that good stuff.
As every friendly fisherman does.
Exactly. It's just it's a good time. It's a good time.
Jordy's family right now is actually on a really fun fishing trip. As her dad and her brother, her dad's been doing this yearly for over a decade, has been going up to Canada and doing a fishing trip where they basically get no cell service at all, and they just basically disappear from the world for a week, and just everything's focused on fishing.
That's awesome.
And it was the first year that her brother was able to go too.
Sweet.
So I'm excited to hear about the stories that they come back with.
100%. But of course, we do have a couple winners on the dock. We got Funk over at Carboni's Pizza taking the large frame, and Jim Rocks over to Daggio's, and Dolores over at Great Escape. Both of them splitting up the $36 must-go prize on the coverall. Nice job to all you guys winning on this game number 17.
Yeah, about to get enrolled into a game number 18, and we got a bunch of jackpots growing and rolling into this next game, and if you win one of them, we'd love to see a player picture of it. Hold up that jackpot message with your smiling face and snap that photo, or you could just send us a picture of you playing Pilot games with your friend, your favorite bartender, or maybe just you by yourself having a fun time. You could share those pictures by messaging us on Facebook or by posting them onto any of your social media with the hashtag Pilot Games. You can also email them to jackpots@pilotgames. That's your preferred way of communication.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Stuff we send them in. We love getting all those player pictures, but we got one to show off right now, and there it is. Mikey wins,
Crazy
the legend himself. Crazy Kid.
Yes, it's Crazy Kid.
But taking away $607 on that one. Nice job to you, Crazy Kid.
Yeah, Crazy Kid and Mad Dog, always super consistent in sending in player pictures.
100%. Crazy Kid just wins all the time.
Yeah, he does. He's always winning. Like, I feel like Mad Dog, I always see him and it's like a big jackpot, and then it's a few months, and then a big jackpot.
Yeah.
And Crazy Kids just always win like $600 jackpots, and he's always just popping up. There you go.
Exactly.
Super awesome stuff there. We love those player pictures. We also like to show them off right here. Other than the big screen, that's another way to view your player pictures.
100%. But of course, continue sending them in. We love getting all those new pictures. But we do have a little bit of Minnesota Vikings news to throw at you guys. And we got 5 roster cuts the Vikings should maybe think of targeting.
Yeah, I think some of these guys are definitely great fits for what we're doing. But, I mean, we got a really stacked roster right now. And so it really just matters on how you're feeling about any of these prospects.
Yeah, 100%. But starting off that list is the wide receiver Tyler Johnson. What he does bring to the table is some good route running and a technical savvy that can make him a more explosive than average slot receiver. He was never able to develop a rapport with Tom Brady. With the Vikings only rostering 5 wide receivers and a punt gunner, Johnson would definitely be a welcomed addition to the room.
Plus, he played for the Gophers, the Minnesota Gophers in college.
That's pretty fun.
So he's been here in Minnesota before. Feels like a fun fit.
Yeah.
Next up on the list is center Brock Hoffman. After a great tenure at Florida State, Hoffman played relatively well for Cleveland Browns this offseason. Cleveland Browns just have a nice line right now, and he just wasn't able to make the cut. He could be a great addition for us.
Well, 100%. So definitely was something to keep an eye on.
Speaking of the Cleveland Browns, did you see that Armon Watts got signed by the Cleveland Browns?
Yeah, I think he might have gone to the Bears.
Oh, it might have been the Bears.
Kellen Mond went to the Browns,
It was Kellen Mond who went to the Browns. We do have our winner on this one.
Awesome stuff. We got Jayco over at White Bear Bar and MMB over at American Legion Fridley. Both of them splitting up the $19 must-go prize on the line. Good job to you guys. But it's
Kellen
interesting
Mond
stuff.
might end up becoming the starting quarterback over there in not too
I
long.
mean, seriously,
with all the quarterback issues they have.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
and honestly, it wouldn't be a bad situation for him.
No. I mean, I think talent-wise, they can utilize his talents very well.
Yeah, no, I
over
agree.
there.
But Armand Watts, though, he's like already one of the best players on the Bears.
I know. He upped that defense a lot. I
yeah.
think he'll end up starting for them at D tackle.
Yeah, no, I agree. And that's pretty good for them, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad for Armand Watts. Able to go to a pretty good situation.
Yeah. Speaking of a guy who, if he came over here, it would be a good situation, Jay Tufele, a defensive lineman. He was the first pick in the 4th round in 2021. He is a gap shooting 3 technique defensive tackle that specializes in rushing the passer. And in Ed Donatell's system, he's a guy who he'll line up Zadarius Smith over the center. He'll go and line him up outside. He'll go move him all over the place. And I think this is a guy who has that kind of capabilities to move all over the line and get explosive rushes at the quarterback.
Okay. So, hey, maybe definitely a guy we can, sign, see what we can do. Maybe we can include him in on some plays type of thing.
Yeah, and he's also he just got drafted in 2021. He's got room to grow too.
Exactly.
Like he still isn't at his final. He's not at his final football player.
Yeah,
yet.
I mean, he's a young dude.
Yeah, hasn't hit prime yet.
Exactly. So definitely something to keep an eye on. But we do have another winner on the large frame. It's none other than Crazy Karen over at VFW Coon Rapids, taking it away. Nice job to you. But we have a couple more prospects we want to look at that recently got cut for this preseason. The cornerback, Logan Ryan, is another one. But before we get into his possible upside, we do have Big DD over at Don's Corner Bar taking away that coverall. Nice job to you and the rest of the winners on this game.
Yeah, game number 18. We are now getting enrolled into a game number 19. Continue to get enrolled in press play, but we're talking about Logan Ryan.
That's right. So basically this little tidbit says here, Ryan would be an immediate upgrade in the slot over the incumbent Shandon Sullivan. He can also play on the outside, move around, and play safety. With new defensive coordinator Ed Donatell set to prioritize skill sets over positions, Ryan could fit in like a glove, especially in 3 safety dime packages.
I mean, he's played some really good football during his time. He's played in really big games as well. And so you like having...
Didn't he play for the Commanders most of the time?
I think he's Tampa.
Tampa? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I think he's a Tampa Bay cornerback.
Okay, I might be thinking of something else. Then.
Yeah, well, definitely a fun one. And this next one, is an interesting one to me because I've always thought he was underutilized with the Buccaneers.
Yeah.
But I'm a little worried about signing him, and that's tight end O.J. Howard.
Okay.
Certainly the Vikings don't have the tight end that can step up into a starting role and play it well. With Irv Smith Jr.'s injury history, that is a position the Vikings should prioritize finding an upgrade at the position. I think O.J. Howard is a nice fit. He's athletic. He has every tool to be a good tight end. But the one thing I worry about is he just got cut by the Bills. And I thought that was going to be a perfect fit for him. Going over, backing up Dawson Knox, playing with Josh Allen. Thought that would work really well for him. And he got cut from the Bills. So I just don't know what he can produce right now. And so he may just not be the player he once was.
Yeah, that is kind of interesting. I didn't know he got cut by the Bills, to be honest.
Yes.
That is really weird to see. But, I mean, honestly, though, looking at our tight end room, it's kind of hard to go down from there.
I agree. So I'd worry about signing him just because of that, but it's interesting.
Yeah, exactly. But we did have a little bit of breaking news happening today, an interesting one.
We definitely did.
Maybe a little bit more clickbaity than actual impact that it'll have on the team. But we did trade for Jalen Reagor.
Yeah.
The former first-round pick that was picked one spot above Justin Jefferson.
Isn't that
by
funny
the
that Justin Jefferson and Jalen Reagor are going to be playing together now?
Yeah, no, it is really funny. And honestly, I'm kind of under the impression that Jalen Reagor might be good. Like,
yeah,
coming to the
I think
Vikings.
he's kind of that guy who you give him a quarterback that throws really catchable balls like Kirk Cousins. He's been getting the ball thrown to him by Jalen Hurts and what's the old Gardner Minshew.
Gardner Minshew, yeah.
Those are the two quarterbacks that have been throwing them the ball. I mean, I wouldn't call them the perfect passers in the league. I think Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback, but I think he brings other things to the skill set that isn't necessarily passing that puts him in that really good category.
Exactly. It's like his legs make him better at passing because he has more space to
But
complete
when
those
you talk
balls,
about catchable balls, you don't get much more catchable than Kirk Cousins. And so I think getting him, he's got the speed, athleticism to be a great wide receiver. It's all about the hands. So if being with Kirk Cousins fixes those hands, it should be a nice pickup for us.
No, 100%. I think so too. But we do have a jackpot going out to Jim Rocks over at Adagio's, taking away $811. Nice job to Jim Rocks, big time player here at Pilot Games, taking home one of their many jackpots. Nice job.
Really, really cool stuff. But I think, he'll be one of those guys that can fill in, especially when we go into our 4 wide receiver sets, which we'll do quite often. Having another guy that can go out there and be that speedy, take the lid off the top of the defense kind of guy, will be super, super helpful. And, like I said, it's all about hands. If his hands are there, he'll end up being way better than what we first initially thought of. If the hands aren't there, he still is a guy that can take the lid off the defense and relieve some pressure off of the KJ Osbornes, the Adam Thielens, who are going to be taking those reps off of Justin Jefferson.
Exactly, because, Jalen Reagor, he might end up being one of our more athletic wide receivers.
Oh, I think athletic-wise, he stays step to step with any of those guys. I mean, we probably released our most athletic wide receiver in our Amir Smith and Marcetta just recently, and I think it's because of this move that we just did for Jalen Reagor.
Yeah, no, I believe so too. So obviously, I'm under the impression that Jalen Reagor would be able to step in that role better than Amir Smith Marcette would.
Yeah.
And I kind of like the move. I'm excited to see what he can do.
I'm so sad because I'm a fan of Amir Smith Marcetta, and I hope that he can find a good home. We do have fun getting the double win over at Shooter's Saloon and Eatery, taking home $47 on the large frame and $71 on the coverall. Good job to all the winners in this one, as well as Jim Rocks getting the jackpot of $811. Definitely some fun stuff in this game number 18. Game number 19. We're about to be getting enrolled into a game number 20. So make sure you guys continue to get enrolled and press play.
100%. But of course, our Vikings have been a lot of fun to watch this offseason. We've been making some great moves, looking good with the coaching staff. The general manager's looking good. Every part of the team is just really, it's been great.
Yeah, we got about a week till our game day opener, Sunday on the 11th. Should be some super fun stuff. And if you want to send some support over to our Vikings, play the great ETAB game, Vikings Victory. Pick a letter in the skull bonus and see if you can win some really great prizes.
100%. But we do only have about another minute to get into our next game of Skull Bingo, game number 20. So get enrolled. We got over $35,000 available on the coverall jackpot, available in 50 balls or less to win, and over $37,000 in total prizes on the game. So definitely get enrolled. Try and get a chance at some of those. But in the meantime, we got some celebrity birthdays to get into. And starting it off, in 1897, a little bit of an older one, it's Frederick March, an American actor known for Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde in the best years of our lives.
Some big-time works right there, as I've heard of both of them.
Yeah,
100%.
He must have been Dr. Jekyll.
One of Hollywood's most celebrated, versatile stars of the 1930s and 40s.
Sweet. That's awesome.
He's in the original A Star is Born in 1937.
Oh, that's awesome.
7 Days in May.
Okay. And it looks like The Best Years of Our Lives and Dr. Jekyll is probably the two most popular ones.
Yeah.
I Married a Witch is another one. I married an axe murderer, but a little different.
Definitely some fun stuff there.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely a great actor who was born on today. Yeah. Next up on celebrity birthday list, born in 1903, we got Arthur Godfrey, an American radio and TV host.
Yeah.
He did the Arthur Godfrey's Talent Scout.
And I'm pretty sure this is known for being the first instance of America's Got Talent.
Really? Yeah, so that was the first one. Yeah, broadcaster, entertainer who sometimes introduced by his nickname, the Old Redhead. That's what he was named.
That's funny. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that's why that was like whatchamacallit, like kickstarted it all. I could be wrong, but it aired from 1948 to 1958, and
wow.
Pretty cool stuff. Discovered a lot of talent, I suppose.
I want to know, is this the first of its kind?
I don't know. I know. I read a little bit about it once. I think I watched them about it, and it was like they would vote for the different contestants, and basically who they determined who won was who got the louder applause from the audience.
Really?
Yeah.
That's super cool. We do have a Lime Prize winner, as we got Terry over at Broadway Bar and Pizza Rochester taking home $10. We're now working on a $2,102 large frame prize.
That's some pretty awesome stuff. But let's see. So I'm trying to see. So Ted Mack in the original Amateur Hour, apparently that was like a talent show as well. That was in 1948, so the same year that this happened. Actually, no, this happened. Arthur Godfrey's Talent Scouts happened 2 years before that. So this might be the first one.
Yeah, that's really cool stuff.
I think that's why I heard of it.
That's definitely awesome. I mean, it has spurred on to just do so many different talent things, like America's Got Talent. You got the American Idol, X Factor, all those different singing ones.
Yep. Dude, the 2000s was huge for doing that stuff. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
There's this YouTuber I watch, and he just goes and finds the dumbest shows from the early 2000s that are just terrible. Like there's this one where straight up people were being tortured. It was insane. So it was like, okay, you got to answer simple trivia while literally being tortured. And they didn't say that because you can't say it.
Yes.
But they were
That's
literally.
So
There was this one, and when I say this, it's not an exaggeration. You may be like, oh, whatever, he's just selling it a little bit. No. There literally, some dude got frostbite because they put him in a cryo chamber, blasting water on him while he was in negative temperatures, and it would freeze onto his skin while he was trying to answer things. And then he had to go to the hospital literally right after he won the game.
That is so scary.
Yeah.
We got MJT over at Jimmy's Poorhouse taking home that large frame prize of, let's see, $17. And then Saltman over at VFW Hutchinson is taking home $25 on that coverall in this game number 20. Good job to all the winners in this game 20. We're about to get enrolled into game number 21, meaning we only have 3 more opportunities to give out these jackpots. So keep on getting enrolled and press and play.
Awesome stuff. Nice job to you guys. But there's that one. There's another one where it was just it was pickup artists. And so it was they would have 2 pickup artists go head to head. And then they had 4 other cornballs judging the 2 pickup artists. And so they would just go in there, be weird to women. and then they'd be like, all right, this guy kind of failed miserably, so he's off.
He's off.
This guy actually got a woman to acknowledge his existence, so he's staying on, I guess.
Staying on. That's hilarious.
No, it was super, super funny stuff. So many weird show ideas.
There's definitely. I mean, it was peak weird show ideas.
Exactly.
Next up on our celebrity birthday list, though. Next up, born on 1918, we got Alan J. Lerner, an American Tony and Academy Award-winning lyricist with Frederick Lerner, My Fair Lady, Gigi, as well as Camelot.
Interesting. Okay, so Frederick Lerner might have been his brother or something?
Yeah, he collaborated with Frederick Lowe and later Burton Lane. He created some of the world's most popular enduring works of musical theater, both from the stage and on film. He won 3 Tony Awards and 3 Academy Awards, among other honors.
That's awesome. I gotta say, I'm not too sure about what he was affiliated with. I guess Camelot was one, so he did a musical about Camelot.
Yeah, and My Fair Lady, obviously, that's a huge one.
Did that? I'm not too sure if I'm familiar with My Fair Lady, to be honest. Did that have what was it, Amber? Audrey Hepburn was in it. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
It's a huge
Yeah.
one.
That's awesome. That's really, really cool. Gigi, I've seen that before. I've not seen the movie, but I've seen the poster of it.
Yes, I've definitely seen the poster. Definitely some cool stuff.
Yeah,
Happy
100%.
birthday, Alan J. Lerner.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. But Up next in 1931, we got Jean Beliveau, a Canadian Hockey Hall of Fame center. Won the Hart Trophy in 1956 and 64, so pretty long career.
Wow.
Art Ross Trophy in 56, the Conn Smythe Trophy in 65, and oh my goodness. Okay.
Yeah.
He has a record 17 Stanley Cups.
That is absolutely ridiculous.
So he was a part of that Canadian Maple Leafs team, or not the Maple Leafs, but maybe it was the Maple Leafs.
I don't
maybe
know
the
hockey well enough.
Canadians.
Yeah, Montreal Canadiens from
okay.
1950 to 1971.
Yeah, they were dumb good during that time. I think they were like the ones that was only winning like during that time.
That's so crazy. I mean, just so many wins.
Yeah, I mean that's crazy, dude. I mean, like it's just that point, like the Canada was just kind of unrivaled in its skill at that game.
17 of their 23 were during that time.
That is okay. I'm like at that point you can't even argue like, oh, what's the best franchise of all time? Like that is the best franchise.
Yeah,
of all time,
yeah.
for sure.
I mean, best. Yeah, best.
That could be
run.
the best ever franchise.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like
definitely,
in sports.
Definitely some really cool wins there.
100%.
Happy birthday, Jean Beliveau.
Yeah.
Next up, born in 1935, we got Frank Robinson, American Baseball Hall of Fame outfielder, manager, was a 14-time MLB All-Star, NL MVP in 1961, was the AL MVP in 1966, was in the World Series in 1966 and in 1970 for the Baltimore Orioles.
Oh, that's some pretty awesome stuff. Happy birthday to Frank Robinson.
Yeah.
The Orioles are doing really good too this year as well.
Yeah, cool stuff. Frank Robinson, he played for 5 teams from 1956 to 1976.
That's awesome. I mean, when you can win MVP in 2 different like conferences, that's pretty crazy.
He was the first African American to manage a game in Major League Baseball.
Wow, that was really awesome.
Yeah.
That was when he was with Cleveland in 1975 against the Yankees.
Wow, that is really cool.
That's really, really cool.
No relation to Jackie Robinson.
Yeah. That's really cool stuff. Hey.
Happy
awesome.
birthday, Frank Robinson. We do have a winner on this large frame prize, as we have AKG over at Trax Bar and Grill, as well as Yo I Won
Nice.
over at Cornerstone Bar, splitting up that great Musco large frame prize. Now we got the coverall win.
Awesome stuff. It's fun over at Shooter Saloon, and then Winner over at Winners in Cold Spring. Both of them splitting up the coverall. Ooh, excuse me. Nice job to those winners and the rest of the winners on that game. But hey, that's some awesome stuff coming from Frank Robinson. So hey, very happy birthday. But moving on to this next celebrity birthday, we got 1945 Van Morrison, born as George Ivan Morrison. But he's a Northern Irish singer-songwriter known for Astral Weeks, Moondance, and Brown Eyed Girl. And I'm not going to lie, I had no idea he was Irish.
I didn't know
Absolutely no clue. I thought he was American to the bone.
I guess I didn't think about it when I read it earlier today.
Yeah.
But I definitely did. I for sure did.
Yeah, and I for sure thought it only because of Brown Eyed Girl.
Oh, yeah. Brown Eyed Girl.
Yeah.
You got
Into the Mystic as well.
Into the Mystic.
Yeah.
Days Like This. Moondance. Someone Like You. It's all over now, Baby Blue.
Oh, that's pretty funny. I mean, like, I never put thought into it as to where he was from. But I totally thought he was just some random American dude.
His career spanned over 6 decades, and he won 2 Grammy Awards. And Brown Eyed Girl, one of my favorite like sing-along songs. It's right up there with like Sweet Caroline for me.
Yeah, 100%. It's a good rock band song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like it. So hey, happy birthday, Van Morrison. That's a really cool one. But we got some more to blaze through really quick. Born in 1949, we got Richard Gere, an American actor. Oh, excuse me, I'm like choking on my words. Breathless, Cotton Club, and Pretty Woman. Very well-known actor. He's really good at what he does.
I'll have to see him to see if I know who he is. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, very much know he is. Very iconic look to him. He's been acting for a long time. He supporting role in Looking for Mr. Goodbar, and starring role in Days of Heaven. He came to prominence with his role in the film American Gigolo, which established him as a leading man and a hottie.
Howdy, that's for sure. Richard Gere. I mean, it's super funny. I know my grandma likes him for sure.
That's super fun. Born in 1974, we got Mark Webb, American music, video, TV, and film director. He did 500 Days of Summer, as well as the Andrew Garfield, The Amazing Spider-Man, the 2012 and 2014 reboot.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool. That's pretty good, like, resume, to be honest.
Yeah, I feel like The Amazing Spider-Man, like, if you're the director of it, that is not, like, a win on you.
Really?
Yeah, because it's got great, like, I
It was
guess
like commercially successful though.
Yes, it was definitely commercially successful, but I'm just talking about like quality, like of a movie.
Yeah,
like,
well, like definitely not going to be considered an esteemed director.
No,
you know what I mean? So like I agree with that, but
like,
I think
and when I'm talking about all the other Spider-Man movies too, like
yes.
I feel like it's one of the worst directed of the Spider-Man movies.
Yeah, no, compared to all the other good ones, but I mean, considering, I mean, he's probably like after watching that movie, I doubt that he had any issue finding more work.
Yes.
Kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Maybe after the second one. The first one though was actually pretty decent.
Yeah, the first one was okay.
I actually am a fan of the first one.
Yeah.
I think it's better than the third of the Tobey Maguire trilogy.
Yeah, the third one was a little bit. I agree, but
Yeah,
as
like,
a kid, it was insane.
As a kid, it's crazy, but rewatching it, I'm like, wow, this is really bad.
Yeah, they tried to stuff a lot into it.
and so I think the first of that one was actually better, even though the third of the original Spider-Man trilogy was my favorite as a child.
Yes.
Now it's probably the Doc Ock one, even though I love
the first one, or is that the second one?
That's the second one.
Okay.
Is Doc Ock. The first one's Green Goblin.
I forget if Green Goblin was the second one, just because Harry Osborn was such a prominent thing in the third one.
Yes.
But yeah, no, I'm pretty sure you're right though.
Yeah, I think so.
I think you are. I'm pretty sure. Because. Yes, because whatchamacallit, Green Goblin died before Doc Ock did.
Yes, for sure. He 100% did. So that's super interesting stuff. Happy birthday, Mark Webb. I mean, I still enjoyed the movie series, but you could throw any superhero show in front of me, and I probably would enjoy it. I'm very easy to please when it comes to superhero movies.
I mean, it's easy to entertain with that sort of thing.
Exactly.
I feel like. So it's definitely a cool.
And
thing.
they did the best Spider-Man suit of all time.
Yeah, no, it looks good.
Best Spider-Man suit of any movie.
Yeah, and what Andrew Garfield looked like Spider-Man too.
Yeah,
he looked like a little nerdy, a little, you know what I mean, like for sure, like he looked like Peter Parker.
Yeah, he did a good job. I think I like Tom Holland's better as a young Peter Parker.
Yeah, because he's more kiddish.
Yeah, we got Don J over at Sammy's Pizza, Coon Rapids, taking home that large frame prize of $12. Now we're working on that coverall prize. Now we gave out that coverall prize to Wolfstein over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards, taking home $18. Good job to all the winners in this game number 22. We're about to get enrolled into our final game of Skull Bingo, so make sure you're continuing to get enrolled and press play. But yeah, it felt like more of a college, like it should have been set in college for The Amazing Spider-Man than being set in a high school.
Yeah, no, I can agree with that, to be honest. No, for sure. But of course, happy birthday to Mark Webb. Definitely a cool one to celebrate. But in 1983, we got an elite athlete, Larry Fitzgerald, American NFL player, last played for the Arizona Cardinals, and I'm pretty sure he officially retired.
Yeah,
he officially retired. Born in Minneapolis, Minnesota, though.
Yeah, really great wide receiver that when I was living down in Arizona, one of my coaches, he owned or managed, I don't remember which, a cheesecake factory. And Larry Fitzgerald would come into that cheesecake factory, and he would come out of there and he would tell me, and he's a pretty large man too, but he would be like, Larry Fitzgerald he could touch each side of his fingers around the cake.
Dang.
Like, that's how big his hands were. Was he could just like fully wrap his hand around a cake. Like, that's why he could just catch the ball so well. And why he'd only have like one drop a season or only 2 drops a season kind of thing. So funny.
This makes me think of like Kevin Durant and how big his hands are.
Yeah, his feet are ridiculous.
His feet are huge too.
I think they're in the 20s.
Yeah, no, I think it's 19 or 20.
Yeah, it's something crazy.
It's absolutely insane because he actually can't fit his foot between out of bounds in the 3-point line in the corner.
Yeah, has to stand on his tippy toes.
It's ridiculous, dude.
Really cool
I
stuff.
can't believe it. But, it's funny, and it makes me think of Kevin Durant when he played with LeBron in the lockout football. And he was actually pretty decent.
Yeah, he didn't do a terrible job. No way he could actually survive football.
No.
Break.
Yes. But like, he did good. Like, he was skilled. He had the skill.
He's 7 foot and he's an athlete.
Yes.
He made it work.
Exactly.
But another athlete that we should talk about, born in 1991, still probably in the prime of her career, it's Shai Tingmo, a Chinese diver who's a 4-time Olympic gold medalist, has won it 2 times in the 3-meter springboard and another 2 times in the 3-meter synchro.
Synchro.
Won 2 of those in 2016 and the other 2 in the 2020 Olympics, and is an 8-time world championship gold medalist.
That's crazy. So I'm pretty sure, is that synchronized, like swimming? Is that what synchro is?
Yeah, I have no idea what synchro is.
So I'm trying to see what, let's see, synchro. But of course, we do have Pilsner over at Stillwater Bowl taking away the line prize. Nice job to you, Pilsner. Here, let me see. I'm trying to.
Okay, synchro is where they dive at the exact same time together.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yes.
That's pretty cool, to be honest.
So has won gold in it in back-to-back years.
That's pretty awesome. I mean, obviously, she's a very good athlete. That's pretty awesome stuff. 8-time world championship gold. You can't get much better than that. So, hey, happy birthday to Shai Tingmo.
Yeah,
cool.
super fun stuff. We are in this final game of Skull Bingo. And while we're doing this, we're going to check in with our Timberwolves and see what our rotations are kind of be looking like in the future, because that's going to be a huge part on this team's success, is figuring out how to work all this talent together.
Yeah, 100%. And but let's take a look. We got a couple prospective lineups to take a look at. Once Russell and Gobert come out of the game, we're going to take a look at foursomes of Noel, Noel, Anthony Edwards, Anderson, Towns, and Jordan McLaughlin. Okay. So Jalen Noel, Anthony Edwards, Anderson, and then Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, that would be the starting 5 in this grouping.
Yes.
The starting 4, and he has a player that can go in between these 2 4s, and I think you could probably guess before we even say it. Yeah. But we'll talk about the other 4 before.
That's right. So that's a pretty good 4 to start out with. I like that one. But then you move on to the other 4. You got Jordan McLaughlin, D'Lo, Taurean Prince, and Gobert. And that's a nice lineup, too.
Yes.
And then you're wondering, okay, what 6'10" freaky athlete could fit into either of those lineups? You're right. Jaden McDaniels. He's a nice fit with either lineup. It's a wonderful fact that makes him a nice, flexible piece that our coach Finch can move around as he sees fit.
Yeah, we do have T-Money over at Chanticleer Pizza, Coon Rapids, taking home the large frame prize. And Chetman over at VFW Rush City, taking home $26 on that coverall. Good job to T-Money, taking home $17. And Pilsner taking home $10. We are now getting enrolled into our Lucky 4 bingo game. I can't believe we're already to the end of this broadcast.
I know. It's pretty crazy stuff.
Crazy
100%.
stuff. And so make sure you're getting enrolled to try and take home over $30,000 of total prizes.
Oh, yeah, 100%. But in the meantime, we're going to finish off with a little tidbit about the Timberwolves. But to put it more simply, you can break the starters down into Anthony Edwards, Cat, and D'Lo with Rudy. Those groups would be breaking the starters down into Anthony Edwards and Karl Anthony Towns, and then D'Lo and Rudy. Those groups would be the most profitable.
Yeah, I think having those kinds of guys separated and they can play their different offensive systems is going to be a huge part. Obviously, I want them all on the court at some points together.
They're closing.
But I want them to also have their times where they're individually on the court. The Ant and Cat-led group makes sense that they can do more of that Finch freelance offense that they've found so much success with. And then on the flip side, you got D'Lo and Gobert, who are great at that pick-and-roll set. You add in Jordan McLaughlin that D'Lo already plays pretty good with and has some really nice chemistry with. You got Jaden McDaniels, who's a good defensive player. And you could just find a really lock-up group that can run pick and roll and run a very set offense that isn't quite nearly that all over the place that you would expect.
Yeah, no, I can definitely agree with that, especially with D'Lo just facilitating all of that. It's a good idea. So I definitely like it. It's going to be some cool stuff going on with the Timberwolves this year, so definitely tune in when they start playing games. But we got something that's also a little Minnesota related that we want to get into, and it's regarding some of that awesome state fair food for the Minnesota
Yeah,
State
we
Fair.
only have till September 5th to get this fill in. So make sure you guys are going out to RC's Barbecue on the north side of West Dan Patch Avenue between Liggett and Chambers Street. And that's for the Meanie Hot Hot.
Okay.
This is smoked rib tossed in a Nashville hot sauce served with comeback sauce.
All right, that's what I like to hear. Beef tips are always a great barbecue dish.
Yeah, I say that sounds tasty. Serve it up for me so I can have a taste. But we have clicked past this mega. We're going to try and give out this major prize in this game. Little fun fact. The first Sunmobile was released on today, a solar-powered automobile.
Hey.
And that was on August 31st, 1955. Surprised that we haven't been able to actually get to the point where we can just use the sun to power our cars.
I know. I feel like it just makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
I wish. Something like that.
100%.
We are working on that Musco prize of $4. And while we're doing that, we have a great player spotlight that we'd love to talk about.
That's right. And this week it is none other than T-Mob Turbo. They won a great jackpot, over $14,000 over at Winners and Sartell. And when they won that great jackpot, Winners and Sartell, they support a great charity. And that charity is the St. Cloud Boxing and Wrestling Club. And their mission statement is to just play, have fun, and to learn. And,
Definitely some great stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I love boxing and wrestling clubs. I think it's so important for young people just to be able to get into that and have a sense of community and club and stuff. It's really cool. But we do have a winner, Dolores, over at The Great Escape, taking away $4. And we got 6, 8, 66, and 67 for your 4 lucky numbers.
Great stuff. We're going to get into some more Skull Bingo, but I will be back with Will in the Twin studio to play a little Twins Wednesday in just a bit. But while you guys wait, remember, when you play Pilot games, your community wins.
See you guys later.
Sitting with 169,000 points. Then with 222,000 points in third place, it's Corky's Bar in South Haven. Second place is American Legion Fridley, sitting with 281,000 points. Then with 365,000 points in first place is VFW Spring Lake Park.
Yeah, good job to all those locations and players. And if you want to come out and earn some points towards these standings, come out from 12 to 1 to earn some cash as well as a great time in some Twins Bingo.
guys. We love our happy hour show. It happens each and every day from 4 to 6, where we're live for you guys for 2 hours to play some awesome games with you.
Oh, yeah, and our standings sit like this. In 10th place, we got a three-way tie between Wolfstein at Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards, Crazy Kid over the Tasty Pizza Hangar 45, and Jay Surma over at Grumpy's Bar and Grill in Roseville. They all have 10,000 points. With 11,000 points, we have a three-way tie in 7th place between Dustball 75 at Charlie's Sports Bar and Grill, Tesla at Friends Bar and Restaurant, and Kirby over at American Legion Fridley. 6th place is Lucky Ride over at South Street Saloon with 12,000 points. 5th place is Chica over at Willie McCoy's of Andover with 13,000 points. With 15,000 points in 4th place, we got Billany over at VFW Blaine. 3rd place is O Lars over at Onomia Vets Club with 17,000 points. Now with 20,000 points in 2nd place, we got Brother Nate over at Carboni's Pizza Sports Bar, Burnsville. And then number 1 player, it's Funk over at Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards with 38,000 points.
Absolutely. Well, on the location side of things, in 10th place, we got Dugout Bar and Grill in Bethel with 16,000 points. 8th place, we have a tie between Barrel House Bar and Cafe in Coon Rapids and Willie McCoy's of Andover, both with 17,000. With 19,000 points in 7th place, it's Carboni's Pizza and Sports Bar, Burnsville.